All right. Welcome, everybody, to our holiday one shot, The Secret of the Joybringer. This one's really cool because we're popping out from our normal campaign, Talmin Legends. Although we're still the same people, we're popping out and we're going to be doing some other stuff, some festive things that I'm really excited to show you. Before we start today, we're going to take our characters and we're going to move us all the way to the opposite end of the map in Whitereach. Um, Let me go ahead and get my maps ready. All right, I'm gonna activate the scene, but let me get through the the dialogue before we kick off. All right. So as dawn breaks, you guys find yourself slowly awakening from a restful slumber, the usual anticipation of a new day's adventure filling your spirit. The crisp morning air is unexpectedly laced with a sweet scent, tickling your senses and stirring a sense of wonder. Curiosity piqued, your gaze falls upon a small, festively wrapped candy resting near you. Its presence is as mysterious as it is intriguing. With a gentle touch, you unwrap the candy, revealing a small peppermint. The aroma is instantly comforting, invoking memories of joyous celebrations and simpler times. As the wrapper unfolds, you discover a message pinned inside, and its words form a quaint holiday themed verse. It says, "This sweet peppermint, found by an adventurer brave, a desperate call to heed, for Winterfest to be saved. The longest winter looms, its dark chill so stark. Eat this sweet mint, and embark on your lark. Seek the elf Petey, he your guiding star, and together help thwart winter's dark scar." Compelled by the note's earnest plea and the allure of the peppermint, you find yourself placing the candy in your mouth. A rush of minty coolness envelops your senses, an instant sensation that begins as a mere tingle on your tongue, but rapidly engulfs your entire being. A momentary piercing brain freeze grips you, then in a blink, your surroundings blur into a white expanse. As your vision clears, you realize you're no longer where you began. Snowflakes gently kiss your cheeks, and the air is crisp with the chill of winter. Around you, quaint houses nestle under a thick blanket of snow, their chimneys puffing out spirals of warm smoke. In the distance, a magnificent tree commands your attention, its branches adorned with magical lights that dance and twinkle like stars in the night sky. Elegant streamers and ornate glass bulbs add to its splendor, and the grand lantern crowns its top, casting a warm, inviting glow. This enchanting sight confirms your location. You are in the fabled town of Whitereach, a place of legend and lore. The realization washes over you that the adventure you are about to embark on is unlike any you have faced before, a journey intertwined with the magic and mysteries of Winterfest itself. Boom! You guys are teleported magically here into Whitereach. And with that, it's your guys' game. What would you like to do?
Right.
It's not quite how I expected a sweet treat would go, but here we are. Did you all hear the word jingle?
It's hard not to hear.
Right. So I suppose we should seek out this Petey.
Yep, PD.
Perhaps we can find
listening.
an inn that we could ask, like the innkeep or something, if they know who this PD is or where he is.
That sounds like a solid plan.
Good enough for me.
All right.
What's the general vibe of the area? Like, is everything kind of like? Is there lots of people around? Is there elves and all that kind of stuff, or what's the populace?
As you look around you, it's cold outside, so there aren't really a lot of people outside. But you kind of peer through some of the windows, and you see that most of the people that you see are actually Minotaur. You don't really see any elves.
They all seem fairly joyous, because I know the little jingle mentioned something dark could be afoot. Is it apparent that something's already been happening here that we would notice, or not yet?
So, not yet. You look through the windows, and it's just pretty normal family business going on. Nobody's particularly joyous or upset. It's just pretty normal life.
I suppose if need be, we could maybe ask a passerby, Minotaur, where the local inn might be, or if they themselves happen to know of this elf named PT.
Yeah.
Um,
I I think that it will be easy to find an elf in the middle of Minotaurs. Or so I hope.
So as you guys are walking kind of past this tree, you guys start smelling the familiar scent of like roasted meats and the inn. And as you guys look, you kind of see like a plume of smoke leading you just past the tree. And you kind of spot the inn in the
You all
distance.
know I used to be a lumberjack, right? I could probably cut this tree down in no time.
All right. Well, did we want to go ahead and go in the inn?
Yeah, we will head inside the inn and ask like the innkeeper or perhaps a patron if they know this elf called Pity they have heard about.
All right. Well, you guys all wander off and you enter the inn. Did I activate the right way? Yeah. So as you push the door open to the inn, a warm wave of inviting air greets you, providing a stark contrast to the biting cold of Whitereach's winter. The interior is a festive haven adorned with twinkling lights that cast a soft, cheerful glow through the room. Garlands laced with holly and mistletoe drape gracefully over the wooden beams, adding a touch of vibrant green to the cozy ambience. The hearth crackles merrily in the corner, its flames dancing with a hypnotic rhythm, providing both warmth and a comforting sense of tranquility. Around the room, tables are set with red and green cloths, and chairs are cushioned with plush, seasonal-themed covers that invite you to sit and relax. The air is filled with an aroma of spiced cider and fresh-baked treats, mingling the gentle hum of cheerful conversations. Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I can't imagine it's terribly difficult in a room that appears to be full of nothing but Minotaur. Do we easily spot Petey across the room here?
You do. As you walk in, you guys see the Minotaur chatter, and the only one sitting at the bar, you notice a small elf, a lot smaller than a normal elf that you would typically encounter, about 2 feet tall or so, and he looks hunched
Ooh.
over the counter, drunk.
That's our man.
Doesn't quite look
Hal
like an
jumps
elf.
on the bar stool. Hey, barkeep, can I get a round for me and my friends? And little one there.
She looks over at you guys and she says, "You don't look familiar. Doesn't look like you're from around here."
Well, you don't look familiar either. Do you not sell beer in this place?
She looks at you and she says, "Of course I do." And then I don't know what beer's priced at. Let me look. She says 3 gold a round.
3 gold for me and my friends and the little guy sitting over there.
As you kind of
Pretty
mention
cheap.
that, he like looks up at you. You could tell he's drunk. He kind of like does this weird swing motion and looks at you and gets all like excited and happy when he mentioned buying his drink. The barkeep just kind of rolls her eyes and she looks at you and she says, "He doesn't need more to drink."
How many
I don't
drinks
care.
this man had?
She says, "Quite a few." And he like kind of takes a step off the chair and stumbles back, catching himself on the stool.
He looks fine to me.
Does not need any more drinks.
She
I
says,
will put my hand in his shoulder. Are you Pity, the elf? I mean, the elf you are, the elf of course, but are you Pity?
he kind of stumbles back at you and he looks at you and he's just burps. And he just says, "Yeah, I'm Petey."
Are you? What kind of elf are you? You look sick, dead.
He looks over at you and you notice that he does look different. He has pale white skin and glowing light blue eyes. He's really small. He looks over at you and he goes, "Shh, keep it down. I'm just a normal elf." And he just like kind of gives you like a
You an
thumbs up.
aqua elf?
And
You
he's
a
just,
water elf?
and he just says, "No, I've never learned how to swim." And he says, "Come, we can't talk here. We have to go in the room."
You Danak? Are you a Danak elf?
And he just kind of giggles and just starts traipsing and stumbling over into the room. Just leaves the
Yeah.
door open. You
He's
guys just
definitely
watch
not
him
an-
face plant on the
He's
bed.
not a Nalt elf for sure.
Looks more like a gnome, if you ask me.
So Danak.
You guys
Yeah,
come in and
he's-
Out of
Petey,
my way,
Yeah,
Phelan.
he's an elf, but you know, a lesser elf.
as you guys come in the room, Petey just rolls over on the bed and he goes, "Shut that door! Shut that door!" He just burps again.
Jinshi will shut the door.
And he just
And
looks
will
at you.
apologize. Nothing against lesser races, of course.
He just kind of sits up and looks at you guys, and he just says, "Why are you here? How do you know my name?"
Did you not? Did you not give us some peppermints?
You say that, and his eyes like brighten up, and he's like, "So it did work." And he hops off the bed, almost instantly sobered up. You can just tell he's paying very close attention now. And he looks and he goes, so you're adventurers."
Some sort of.
It's one of our mini titles.
He goes, "I
Really,
haven't."
my only title.
He says, "We didn't really learn much magic at the Ice Keep, but the little magic I did learn, it was transmutation. I I set a spell that was supposed to send the peppermint to the best adventurers in the world, or something like that." He just burps again.
I think that your pepper is broken.
He
I
looks.
truly
I'm
think
not
that
so
your
sure.
pepper
I got mine.
Speak for yourself, Jinshi. Speak for yourself.
He just laughs and kind of just gets real giddy and excited. He does a little dance. And as he does a little dance, you guys notice that one of his arms or hands is just missing. He only has one hand as he's doing like this little bop. His little nub is just going.
Oh,
Hey, that's a great dance. I'd give you a hand if I could.
And he looks at
Al,
you.
Al nudges Tara. Like,
goddamn.
He looks down at his hand and he just immediately gets all self-conscious and kind of hides it and kind of goes back from being like happy to kind of like just sad and depressed. He says, "So if you're here, then that means you must be here to help." Let me look. What was his dialogue? Oh yes, he looks and he says, "There's a lot that you don't know about the Joybringer." He's like sits there and waits for a response. He's like, "The Joybringer?"
I understand what the concept of the Joybringer is. I think.
any of that lion Santa Claus?
He looks and he says, "He's not a
What is Santa
lion.
Claus?
He's a minotaur, and he's real, and he created me, and so many others like me."
He create elves, lesser elves in this case.
He looks at you and he says, "Well, that story, if you want to hear it, is right here. Do you want to hear the story of the Joybringer and the Ice
I want
Elves?"
to hear the story of the Joybringer.
Oh
I
boy,
guess.
he gets so excited to tell a story, and the story is
He sounds so excited.
he's super stoked. So he proceeds to tell you this story, which says, after the cataclysmic monster wars on Adoria, a remarkable alliance formed between Minotaurs and Danak Elves, two races that have previously been locked into bitter conflict. Together they embarked on a journey to find a new home, which led them to the frigid, remote islands of Whitereach. The snow-laden land, stark and unyielding, provided a sanctuary for their war-weary souls. Among these settlers was a Minotaur who would become known to the world as the Joybringer, although his true name, Santis Claus, has faded into obscurity. Santis Claus, before his transformation into the Joybringer, happened upon a fragment of a cosmic comet buried deep in the Whitereach snow. This fragment, teeming with potent magic, granted him extraordinary powers, including immortality. Initially, Santis used his abilities to bring joy and hope to a world scarred by war. He began the tradition of creating toys and treats and magically delivering them to children under decorated trees, thus initiating the celebrated festival of Winterfest. As Winterfest gained popularity across the land of Talmin, the demands for these gifts surged. The Danak elves who had traveled with the Minotaurs to Whitereach found themselves caught in the midst of this burgeoning tradition. However, as the pressure to meet the ever-growing demand for toys increased, Santis turned to more powerful, corrupting forms of magic. In a tragic twist of fate, the one-kind Santis cast a dark, transformative curse upon the Danak elves. The curse altered their very nature, turning them into the Ice Elves. Their skin became pale and fair, their hair turned to platinum white, and their eyes glowed a distinctive blue. This transformation was not just physical, but also a curse of servitude. The Ice Elves were bound to the Joybringer's will, compelled to labor tirelessly in the creation of Winterfest gifts. Unbeknownst to the wider world that revered the Joybringer for spreading holiday cheer, the Ice Elves' existence was one of enslavement. They were doomed to remain on the Whitereach Isles, unable to leave and forced to work under the Joybringer's commands. The Joybringer, a name synonymous with happiness and merriment, concealed a grim reality, the sorrow and perpetual bondage of the Ice Elves. And he's crying at the end of that story. It's so personal, you can tell it's hard for him to talk about.
Hal pulls out his axe and throws it in the ground. I will kill this guy, because I don't like slave owners.
He looks up and he's just like, "Will you?" And he gets all excited again and
Hell
wipes the
yeah.
tears from his face. He's just like, "There's so many of us that can't even leave the village. We're just bound to work tirelessly. And the thing too is this winter we have to fight back because lately he's been doing," and he kind of like whispers under his breath, he goes, "experiments on us." He's like,
Hey,
"This
when you're in college, you can experiment all you want.
Really?
he says, "I don't know what that is." He's like, "But what I do know is that the Joybringer has a plan that goes beyond just the Ice Elves, a plan to enslave the entire world."
Vin, what do you think about this?
So would the Joybringer, like the whole Santa Claus-esque thing, do the Inalt elves, like would Valen have been raised thinking of this guy as the equivalent to Santa Claus? So like it would be hearing of this guy is actually evil, kind of be
Yeah.
hard to take in.
Yes. It's like a tradition that spread all across Talmin. The elves were probably one of the last to adopt it because the elves don't really like anything that's not theirs, but it's a very popular tradition. So if you yourself
Yeah,
didn't
it's free
celebrate
gifts.
it, you
Who
definitely know
doesn't like
about it.
Well, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this Joybringer actually being a person. I was honestly quite convinced that it was my mother and father that would conjure such gifts. They had the money for it, after all. But to
Yeah,
learn that
back in
it's
my days, it was me who, like, I wrapped all the gifts for my younger brother, and like every year I told him, oh, it's like the Joybringer brought this to you. We were poor, truly, but yeah, we made it most years.
well,
And
though
now
this
the Joybringer is an evil sadist slaver. Wow.
well, though this PT and the rest of the ice elves you call yourselves now,
He goes, "Yeah."
they may be they may be lesser form, but I suppose they are still kin, and I don't sit well with the idea that some horned tyrant is our kind of any sort. So
A distant kin at most, but yeah, a kin nonetheless.
I'm all for taking this Santa's claws down a peg.
Petey's like, "Oh, that's so wonderful." And he looks back at Jinshi and Valen and he whispers to you guys and he says, "The reason why you didn't get presents is because you don't truly believe." And he like winks, and as he does, like it's like a ping sound, you know? It's like a little flash.
Well, I never believed either. Old Daddy Bobcat Loggins told me that the Joybringer was fake at a young age. And Daddy Bobcat would just whittle stuff for me. Those were my presents. So I'm down for killing some magical unicorn thing. Do this.
All right.
Pushes his way through.
Petey says, as you guys are like walking out of the room, he tells you that the Joybringer lives in the Ice Keep, which is a hidden fortress found deep in the forests of the Whitereach Isles. He also tells you that it's protected by a curse that allows it to not be found. But luckily, Petey knows the way through, and he will show you. He comes out and he sits
Can I
down at
have
the
my
bar.
drink to go?
Tolka looks over and she says, "What was that talk all about?" And then Petey kind of whispers to her that you guys are friends and you're here to help with the Santis problem. And Tolka goes, "Oh, that's so great," and gives you all a round of alcohol and also offers you all a rest at the bed, a long rest at the bed before you start your adventure. If you guys haven't already, you guys are more than welcome to long rest. Get some good sleep, and then yeah, and then Petey will lead the way.
All right, we can rest and then we follow PT through this.
All right. Well, when you guys are ready, let me know, and we will proceed.
Fucking hell.
I think I'm good. I will, knowing what we're about to do, I will have Alan go ahead and gear himself up with mage armor.
Okay. All right. All right. We all ready to go? Okie dokie. Before I activate the scene here, you embark with Petey on a journey to the Ice Keep. The path leads through a dense snow-laden forest where the trees stand tall and imposing, their branches heavy with frost. The cold bites at your skin, unrelenting and sharp. As you delve deeper, a sensation of disorientation begins to set in. The forest seems to shift and change around you, as if under a spell. PD expertly guides you through the confusion that envelops you. Finally, emerging from the frosty thicket, a bleak encampment of ramshackle tents comes into view against the snowy landscape. The air chills further as a sense of somber festivity takes hold. Before you, the elves, draped in tattered rags, move with a resigned air of hardship amidst their meager dwellings. And there, standing proudly yet ominently in the desolate scene, is the majestic Ice Keep, a colossal structure of glacial ice adorned with vibrant festive lights and garlands. It beckons you closer. Led by Petey the elf, you step inside, the grandeur of the keep unfolding before you. Um,
Uh,
which is there. The Grand Hall greets you with its own paradoxical decor, dominating the space in an enormous, beautifully decorated tree, its presence almost majestic. Surrounding the hall's perimeter, moats of deep red liquid. This ominous liquid, you realize, is the runoff from the ice itself, inexplicitly crimson, as though stained by some dark, unknown essence. The floor, a mosaic of cobblestone like ice bricks, has thin channels filled with the same red liquid just beneath your feet and surface. And to complement the keep's festive atmosphere, faint yet distinctly eerie Winterfest music plays in the distance as it echoes, or it notes echoing, or its notes echoing hauntingly off the icy walls, adding to the evil atmosphere of the Ice Keep. All right, here you guys are in the Ice Keep. What would you like to do?
Can I pour out one of my mana potions so I have a vial and just take a vial of this red stuff?
Sure. If you want to add in a vial of mysterious red liquid, that's fine.
Okay. Yay.
All right.
Hey guys, how much to drink this?
PD
I
runs
will.
over to you and grabs it, like grabs your hand, and he says, "Don't drink that."
Man, get your own.
You kind of like throw him off. And he steps back. He says, "That's curse." And he like points at the bottle of red that you have in your hand.
What kind of curse, if I may ask?
He goes, "We don't really know. It's more of a corruption." He's like, in the last couple years, the Joybringer's gone mad in his pursuit of dark magic, and the Ice Keep never used to have these red pools, but the Ice Keep cries, and as it weeps, the red liquid pools. All I know is that if you touch it or drink it, it curses you forever, and you will die eventually.
Hey man,
Ev-
everyone dies
Everyone
eventually.
will die eventually.
Petey's like, "Well, suit yourself." And he kind of looks around and is like observing all his features, and he's getting really uncomfortable. And he says, I've made a bad mistake. I barely got out of here with my life. It literally cost me my hand." And he holds up his little nub. He says, "I have to go.
Okay.
I have to get out of here." He kind of like starts hiding
Uh,
behind you guys.
Before he takes off, obviously I can see some tokens here in the map. Are
Yep.
these other ice elves, or what are these people look like?
They are ice elves. You notice that they're also wearing a similar garb to Petey, and not the rags of those that lived in the encampment outside.
Okay. So Petey and these guys are definitely dressed for a different station than the other ones, right?
Yeah, you notice Petey and everybody is wearing pretty much the exact same outfit. This green and red kind of patterned thing in the hat. Everybody outside is wearing like the equivalent of like what Dobie wears. Dobby. You know what I mean? Just like a
Oh.
fucking sack. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Harry Potter kind of
Then
thing?
before Petey takes off, then Valen will go ahead and kind of catch him by the scruff of his shirt before he runs too far, and he'll ask him, "I see some of your ilk over there. If we're supposed to Joybringer, who is our opposition?"
He looks at you and he says, "Oh, those are probably the guardians on the second floor." He's just like, "But in order to get there, you're gonna need a few of these." Um, and he hands Valen a peppermint key. He says, "You're gonna need 3 of those to get through the main workshop where the Joybringer's at. Unfortunately, I only have the one. The other 2 are gonna be from my brothers, Elmi and Hermie. And you can find them just past that door there in the main living area of all the workers."
But should we treat your kin as friend, or are some of your people here devoted to guarding the place and will be a threat to us?
He just looks at you and he says,
Yeah,
"None of
should
us
we
are."
just start lopping heads off?
He goes, "Oh no." He's like, "The Ice Elves are peaceful people. Most of us hate the Joybringer, but unfortunately are forced to work under him. So as long as you don't cause unnecessary trouble, the Ice Elves should not treat you bad."
Fair enough.
All right. Well, with that, I gotta get the hell out of here.
Hal pulls Valen aside and is like, I really wanna cause some trouble. You with me?
I figure that's kind of why we're here. I suppose it depends on whose perspective. Obviously, we don't want to piss off the Ice Elves, but isn't killing the Joybringer kind of causing trouble in and of its own right?
It is, but like I've never fought an ice elf. Really down to fight one.
Well, how about you don't kill the innocent folk just yet? Maybe be on our way out.
Can I do it to just one guy?
On our way out. So just hold your horses.
Fine. Hal's ears kind of slump down. He's a little sad.
All right. Well, Petey kind of stands by the entrance, kind of hiding behind the door, waiting for you guys to do your business. You notice the other Ice Elves are just kind of in their own little worlds talking.
You think ice elf tastes good?
This one looks at you and in just pure terror goes and runs over here behind the other one.
Not that I would consume my even lesser kinsmen, but I imagine they're pretty gamey.
Please don't.
All right. You guys cross through the lobby and you're kind of in this hallway now. It's bright and illuminated. It's very, very festive.
I come over these ice elves and like gingerly whisper, "You guys with the resistance?"
And they look over at you and they're just confused. This one says, "Resistance? What are you talking about?" And as he's saying that to you, you notice him starting to like kind of put the pieces together that you guys aren't ice elves. He like looks at your big paws and your feet, your mane. This ice elf kind of gets scared. He says, "What are you?"
Oh
He kinda backs up.
Hey, no, I'm
This
sorry.
one backs up too.
We're
Kind of scared.
we're
shaking.
we're part of a troupe. We're part of a dance troupe. I play the bagpipes. She sings and plays a lute. And have you ever heard a sword sing? That guy over there, handsome fella. He sings the swords, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we're part of the. Sorry, I don't speak your language. Probably got mixed up. Resistance in my world means like part of the piece de resistance, meaning like the piece that you don't want to miss out on. Like that's what I'm asking about. You know where
All
the
three.
talent is supposed to go.
I will whisper to Valen and Tara. Remind me again why we are allowing the barbarian to, do the talk work.
Look, we let him handle the little things so he doesn't murder unwantedly. Just give him a little taste.
All right.
You gotta
All
pick
right.
your battles sometimes.
So as you guys are talking,
Alright.
they're staring at Hal with just a blank expression, like they are just confused at every word that's pouring out of your mouth. This one turns to the rest of them and he goes, "Hey, this guy must be one of the new creations." This guy looks, yeah, he kind of looks like an experiment. And then they get even more scared than they are now, coming to that realization, and they get on their knees and just start like bowing and begging for you to spare them.
I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna play them a little tune.
So you play a little tune on the bagpipes, and it's actually pretty good. It's a song that everybody knows, Jinshi, Terra, and Valen, they all know, and they all kind of start bobbing their heads to it. But as you play and the notes come out, the ice elves in front of you just start screaming in sheer pain, kind of clawing at their skin, just in absolute horrible pain, and are begging you to stop.
As I pull the pipe away from me, I'm just like, everyone's a critic, I guess.
You stop playing, and this sense of relief comes over them, as if they were in actual physical pain from you playing. One of them starts crying, and they embraces the other, or the other one tries to like pick himself and brush himself off. And they say, "Please, just leave us alone."
At this point, I think Valen will kind of try to step in front of Hal to make himself the focus. Maybe being an elf is a little bit more familiar for them, but he'll go ahead and just ask them, "Look, we're really just here looking for what was it, Elmi and or Hermie? Where can we find them?"
They
The
kind
brothers
of
of PT.
he looks and he goes, "You can find Elmi in the cafeteria, and you can find Hermie just down this direction, in the barracks. Please, just whatever you do, just
Alright,
don't
Tin,
play that
let's
music
split
again."
up. He
They
won't.
kind of go over here in the corner. All right.
I didn't think it was all that bad. I'll be honest.
Thank you, Valen.
That was the worst horrible thing I ever heard in my whole life.
I'll take
You
that
must
as a
have missed-
compliment. Thank you, Jinshi.
You missed the last time he played then, because that was an improvement.
All right. So you guys kind of walk into what looks like a barracks. It's pretty bare. It's just icy walls, hard wooden beds with only a small, thin little sheet. The pillows aren't even pillows. It's just a carved piece of stone. Very uncomfortable looking beds.
That reminds me my time in the military. I mean, actual military, the player military, not Jinx.
All right, let's keep this simple. He'll call out, "All right, which one of you y'all is Hermie?"
The chatter
Where's
in the
Hermie at?
room, they're all kind of talking amongst themselves, and as you say that, they just come to complete silence, look over at you, and everybody just, you feel like everybody's stomach sinks simultaneously, and they all point to Elmi right there, and then just hit the side of the wall, like as far away from you guys as they can go, almost in formation, kind of, not really. They're all just pointing at Elmi or Hermie, and Hermie's just like, eh, he's just all nervous.
Well, they're very synchronized. I'll give them that.
Hal runs over there and grabs him by the lapels and picks him up. Just, we are friends with Petey. You don't have to be afraid of us.
As you're saying that, he's just squirming and bracing himself away from you. He's like, "Please don't hurt me. Oh, it's my time. Oh, I knew it was my time." And then he just kind of like gives up. He just goes limp, accepting his fate. Kind of like showing you his
Goddamn it,
neck,
how
like he's tasty, you know.
goddamn it, how put him on the ground.
Hal, as Jinshi say that, Hal like sniffing his neck and like, I wasn't gonna eat him. Sets him down.
You set him
No.
down, and he just limply falls on
No
the floor and then picks himself up.
Bad how, no eating.
Wasn't gonna eat him.
Hermie just says, "Who are you? And what have you done with my brother, Petey?"
With your brother. I can assure you.
He said you're friends of Petey's. Who are you? He's just scared.
Petey's
He's
in
so
us to help.
confused.
Friends is a strong word. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. He sent us here.
He looks at you and he goes, what the hell even is that?" And he's pointing to you, and he's just confused, as if he's never seen you guys. He goes, "You're one of his experiments, aren't you?"
No.
Sort of.
Look, we just got here, and we were told you have. He'll kind of whisper. You have a key that he would like you to give us.
He goes, "Will you shut up?" And his tone immediately shifts from this like, "Oh, poor me," to just like a really aggressive, and he just like grabs you both by the shoulder confidently and drags you guys all into like this weird little huddle. And he says, "How did you find out about the key? Who told you, huh?" He pulls out a little icicle out of his fucking coat and he points it at you. He says, "Who told you about the ice or the key?" He's freaking out.
Hal flicks the ice out of his hand and it breaks.
He just looks over. He says, "Who told you about the key? Ah, the whole plan is ruined. He knows. Oh, I knew this was a bad idea."
Are you both deaf and dumb? We literally told you PT sent us.
Your brother sent us.
So that means that you guys must be the adventurers. He goes, Are you adventurers?"
Do
Yes.
we look like it?
He kind of looks at you, Valen. He goes,
Draws the rapier.
Her,
How about
Hermie.
now?
Forgive him, Veiling. He does not know that he's dealing with, the higher elves.
He like looks at your sword and he's like, "Oh my gosh!" And he tries to like reach out and grab it, like he doesn't really know what it is. You know what I mean? He tries to like grab the blade, like he wants to look at it. He's like, "Oh, that's so cool! That's one of those killing sticks. Oh, I've always heard about the killing sticks."
I mean, you're not wrong, I suppose. But look, and then he'll
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead
right.
and like try to casually like where only this guy can see, flash the other key that P's already given him. It's a sign of like, hey, we're the guys. This key.
He sees all of it, and even though he's overwhelmed in this conversation, seeing the key kind of like snaps him back into it. He kind of gives you this look of like, "I got you," and then he like kind of lifts his little shirt and pulls the key out, the other one, and he kind of like secretly slips it to you under his like hand, giving Valen the second pepper.
He'll go ahead and slyly try to hand it over to Tara in case they need to open things simultaneously. Probably shouldn't have all the keys.
If you want to drag it, you can drag it from your inventory onto Terra's token, and it'll actually move it.
I will make
Oh,
that
nice.
attempt. If I drag it, will it just give one, or will it send both?
It'll ask you how many you want to drag, and then you'll just punch in one.
Okay.
Sweet.
Hey,
All right.
Hermie, before we head out to find your brother Elmi, can we wrestle?
He looks at you and he goes, "Wrestle? What does that mean?" He gets excited as if it's
Oh,
like a
you're-
game or something.
You're gonna enjoy this.
He says, "Yeah, of course. How do I play? How do I wrestle?"
Hal goes
Please.
into.
How? We don't have time.
Hal recklessly attacks, so he can roll with advantage on this strength check. No,
Oh.
gosh.
So you grab Hermie, and as you grab his shoulders, he just starts screaming as if he doesn't know what the hell is going on. And then he also makes a strength check.
Nice.
He grabs you, Hal, no bigger than your forearm, and manages to bind you with unprecedented, super surprising strength, and just pins you to the ground like a rock.
I'm still drunk. I'm drunk from earlier with all the drinking.
Petey's like, "This is
That's what
fun,"
this is.
and then he like lets you go. He's just like, "That means I win, right?" And he looks back at Hal.
You actually lost. Yeah, you lost. Sorry.
He just takes a deep
That's-
breath and he
that's how
says,
you lose.
"Oh, I don't understand this game. Oh, I hate this game."
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Tell everyone that Hal of Wolfsbane beat you. Hal just kind of runs off.
Petey's just like upset and disappointed. He turns to you guys. He says, "Good luck. Don't let anybody know you have those keys, though, unless it's Elmi. He's in the kitchen."
All right, let's move out. Stupid ice elves.
No one reacts to your comment as if they're pretty used to like taking verbal abuse, if it's just like normal.
That's kind of sad.
I mean, let's be honest. I went into this situation assuming perhaps they're being mistreated and what have you. But so far, every interaction with these people, I get it. I think I get it.
Like, I get it, but at the same time, I feel bad for them because I understand what they're being through. Like, sometimes it 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 does not matter. Just get the other key.
So you guys walk through the intensely decorated, like eating quarters, cafeteria area. And you see the little elf, barely taller than the counter, sitting behind it. And that's saying something because the counter is cut off pretty much at your guys' kneecaps. He sits behind it, and is chefing away, but very frantically and rushed and anxiously.
Hey, are you Elmi?
He hears you after he's like chefing up, and he looks over his shoulder. And in the moment he looks over his shoulder, he does something else and places his hand on like the pot and burns the shit out of himself. And he's like, ah! And as he burns himself, the other pot flips, and what's cooking inside of it goes flying through the air and falls on the ground. And Elmi just sits there and looks razzled and confused, and comes to the counter and he says, "You say what? Am I Elmi? Who are you?" And he just says, What are you? What is going on?" He's just like freaking out.
Petey sent us. We're here to help.
He goes, "Petey sent you?"
Yes.
And then he, after you confirm that, he takes a moment to think. He goes, "Who's Petey again?" He goes, "Ah, that's right." And then he takes a moment to think again. And then you see him like remember. It's like, "Oh, then that must mean you're." And he kind of like leans over and he goes, "The adventurers." And he kind of goes back.
Can before we move on, can I do a perception check on this guy? I don't trust him.
Yes, you can.
Oh.
So you run. You look him up and down. What are you assessing for? Like a threat?
I don't know. I don't know if I believe them all.
Well,
That they don't know what adventurers are. That they don't know about the outside world.
so
Yeah, because they are slaves.
well, you look
Yeah,
and
but I mean, are there no tales of the former Danox and what they've been through during the monster wars and stuff like that?
so as
They have no
you
tales passed down.
as you are thinking this and kind of investigating him, you find that he is kind of being truthful. You find that they are, for the most part, just kind of going through the motions. You do notice that each one is pretty self-involved in himself in his own little world. And you guys coming into the mix and talking to them is kind of like throwing them off a little bit, throwing them out of their routine. They're not really used to it.
Okay.
So yeah, if that helps. But you don't sense anything
Elmi, you look a
inherently
little
evil or mean.
Okay. Elmi, you look a little stressed. Let me give you some mead.
No. Oh, I mean, you dropped it. Here, I'll just. Oh, thank you. He snags it up, just begins to drink it. As it like hits his lips and his tongue, his eyes get all big. The cup's like almost as big as his head, and he's just knocking it back, all in one go. He slams the cup down, lets out like a little burp. He goes, that was delicious. I'm so happy." And as he says that, his eyes just like shoot past you into the distance, and he just starts screaming in pain, grabbing and clenching at his skin, kind of clawing at it, for a brief moment, and then he stops on the ground. It kind of comes to a stop. He drops to his knees and stands back up. You can tell he's like out of breath, recovering from that like very brief moment of pain.
You okay?
And Elmi looks back at you
Your
and
brother was drinking real heavily.
he says, "Thank you so much. It's just whenever that's part of the curse. Whenever us ice elves get excited or feel real joy, our skin burns, as if we're being lit on fire." He says, the Joybringer says that we are to know no happiness, just no labor and toys and building toys.
Then he is no true Joybringer. Give us the key so we may destroy him once and for all.
He looks at you and goes, keep it down. And he grabs the peppermint key from his pocket and slides it over to Hal. He goes, there, keep it down.
I have to ask if this Joybringer is so quietly terrible. Why are you so afraid that the other elves will hear of our plan? Wouldn't they also benefit from his removal?
He looks at you and he says, "Some of them, you're right, would. Nobody necessarily likes the Joybringer, but for most of us, that's all we've ever known." He's like, some of them revere the Joybringer as gracious when they bring them inside of the keep, and they become workers instead of the breeders that live outside of the keep.
The what?
He
Hold
said,
on,
Said
hold on.
breeders.
he said the breeders. It's like, how do you think we keep stocked with enough ice elves for the Joybringer to do his experiments? He's like, the strongest of us are invited inside to live here with these cool outfits and food and, lights and things. So some of them revere him as gracious. They don't know of another,
Really,
but some of us
sometimes
remember.
the prospect of freedom is astonishing, frightening.
Elmi looks and he says, "Before you go, would you guys mind helping me with a task? If it's not too much to ask."
It is too much to ask.
He looks. He says,
We're here to help, apparently. So
He says,
I'm
"What if
sure
I?
we can-
right,
What if I
right,
give
right.
you a peppermint? I'll
Right.
give you each a peppermint, a real peppermint.
I like peppermint.
as opposed to a fake peppermint.
This is an official Winterfest Joybringer peppermint from the Ice Keep. There's nothing quite
A-
like it."
A fish oil peppermint? I'm good.
He looks and he says, "Oh," and he looks so disappointed that you turned down his proposal.
I would love a peppermint in exchange for helping.
He kind of gets happy again. He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, you see, the Joybringer has tasked me ever since he experimented on the last chef, and that didn't go so well. He appointed me as cook, and I don't really know what the hell I'm doing, guys. To be honest, I've never cooked a thing in my life, and I have to prepare a big, massive meal for everybody tonight. Tonight is a big, massive toy night. We need to hurry up and get these toys created before Winterfest, otherwise the Joybringer, he's not going to be happy. So I need help cooking. Would you guys mind helping me cook a delicious meal for everybody?" And everybody around the room is like, kind of like looking at you guys and like cheering you on, like they're so stoked that you guys are about to cook for them.
Not at all.
Al jumps over and he's like, "Fine, I'll cook."
Hold on. Do you know how to cook?
He pulls out his iron pot and is like, "Of course I do."
Elmi says,
You
"Oh,
know how
that's
to
good."
cook well.
Elmi says, "Well, unfortunately, there's 4 things to make, so each of you are going to have to take on a task. I will let you guys decide what you want to do based on your skills. I need one person to make apple cider. I need one person to help cook pork roast. I need another person to help me prepare the peppermints. And I need the last person to help me make the holiday cookies."
I call the pork.
All right.
It's probably a good choice.
Thank you.
I suppose I can help with the cookies.
Okay. That leaves apple cider and peppermints. Who wants it?
I will take the cider, I guess.
All right. Jinshi's on peppermint duty.
Yeah,
Elmi
I
rushes
like
over
peppermint.
and grabs all the ingredients and sets them in front of you guys. First, he turns to Hal and says, "Okay, now I need you to go ahead and cook the roast." So, that being said, Hal, will you just go ahead and roll whatever? I don't really know. What's for cooking? I didn't really think this far ahead. guess
Are these
performance?
are these skill checks happening like separately?
Yeah, I'm going to do them one at a time.
Can I as Hal's like getting ready, I kind of like hover over his arm a little bit, only mildly nervous to see if he knows what he's doing. And I would really love to give him some guidance.
Okay. Before or after he goes?
All right.
All right. So, yeah, I think
So is it-
performance would be the best thing to roll, maybe, for cooking.
Okay.
Yeah. Oof. How sears the roast and marinates it and stuffs it with all sorts of goodies. Puts it and pulls it out of the oven, and it is immaculate.
Just like Daddy Bobcat does it.
It is juicy. It's sizzling. It just smells so phenomenal. It is one of the best pork roasts anybody in this room's ever. All right,
Yeah, indeed, he knows how to cook well.
Elmi is so excited. He goes and he takes a little bite, and his eyes roll to the back of his head. He makes a weird little noise and does like a little scream, and he's so excited about it. And then he just looks at you and just starts screaming again, clawing at his skin, before snapping out of it. And after he's like taking deep breaths, he goes, "Worth it." And then he goes over to Tara.
Yeah.
He goes, "Now it's time for the cookies. Are you ready?"
As ready as I could be, I suppose.
All right. Will you go ahead and cook us some delicious cookies by rolling your
Okay, I'm theoretically supposed to be really good at this. Can I give myself guidance as I do so?
Yeah. It's just a cantrip, right? There's no.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can,
Yeah.
Can I? Can I help her to give her advantage?
What would you be using to give her advantage?
She would have. Oh, all right. What would I be using? Well, can I like share some tasks with her, like you know, mixing the chocolate or something like that?
Sure. Will you? Why don't you, Jinshi? Why don't you roll me a, I don't know, wisdom check?
Wisdom.
Yes, and we'll see if you impart some good wisdom onto Tara.
Oh boy.
Um,
Eh. Mm,
um. So you do not impart some wisdom. You kind of start like telling Tara, you're like, "Go ahead and do this and do this. Like this is how my family used to make them," and it's just Tara's just not having it. She knows how to make a cookie. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna do it the way
Alright.
her family does it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hell yeah. And
Right.
then Tara
So with a
rolled
5 on the dice, I rolled an 18.
beautiful.
God damn it.
Tara whips up a batch of cookies, um, taking some inspiring elements from Jinshi, but also implementing her own like secret Arcadian cookie style recipe. And you pull it out and you make a delicious batch. Almost. All right. Elmi eats one, and they're so delicious. And he goes over to Jinshi. He pulls all the stuff out for the peppermints, puts all the sugar and whatever else a peppermint's made of in front of you. And he's like, "Are you ready?" All right. All right. Tara gives you a little bit of guidance too, because she actually has experience making.
It's an old family recipe. You can if you want to try it that way.
All right, Jinshi, roll me a performance, would you? And you can add the d4 to that.
Performance. Why am I not on my Blade Singer character? Well, pray for me, please.
Okay.
Mm,
So Jinshi starts whipping up and pulling the candy like they do, you know what I mean? And he wraps it and starts taking the circle cutout and punching them out one by one. And voila! You look down and most of them aren't even in the shape of a circle. Most of them are like have all red or all white. Even though they might taste delicious, they look horrible. They look not that great. Elmi picks one up, puts it in his mouth, kind of tastes it around, kind of gives you a weird look, forces himself to swallow it, and kind of gives you like a thumbs up. Turns
What do you
around
mean? It's perfect.
and starts to like kind of heave a little bit under his breath as he grabs the ingredients.
Now that is a little too much. All right. My brother and I, we eat this sort of cookies all the time.
It's funny. All right, and then he puts the ingredients for apple cider down in front of Valen. He goes, "All right, are you ready?"
I suppose my talents are wasted on such things as cider craft, but I'm usually good at most things, so should be easy enough for me.
All right,
Barrick, the barbarian alien.
roll me that performance.
Can do that. Performance. Eh,
Okay. You whip up a batch of cider, you boil it on the stove, and you ferment it or something. I don't know how you make cider, but whatever, however you do it, you do it. Um, and everybody's kind of concerned because of your lack of faith in yourself, and you pour everyone a cup. Everybody kind of takes a little swig, and it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. It is a nice, solid batch of cider. Elmi is so happy, grabs up everything and starts getting ready, starts pulling out plates and everything. He goes, "Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. I don't know how to do any of that, so I'm glad that at least some of you knew how to do some things right." And then he looks at Jinshi. He goes, "But that doesn't matter."
Just call the peppermint candies peppermint bark instead. Since they're flat and weird shaped, it'll be fine. No one will know the difference.
It's a great idea. Oh my gosh. And he like starts writing with like a marker. He like crosses out peppermints and writes peppermint bark. He says, "Thank you guys so much for helping me. Because each of you guys helped me, I will uh, give you a peppermint. You can
Like
have
peppermint.
peppermint. Each of you gets a peppermint. There." He hands each of you a peppermint and places it in your inventory. He goes, "Thank you so much. That might or might not help you on your quest at some point. Hope it does. Good luck on the upper levels," he says. And then he goes back to getting ready for the massive rush of people that are about to come and indulge.
So, out of curiosity, and I don't know if I have to ask this guy this question, but who's coming for the? Is it the other Minotaur from the town, or is it the ice elves that are coming to indulge? Because isn't that a problem?
It's gonna be the ice elves, you would assume.
So it's just like a love-hate thing, where like they're going to enjoy consuming these great delicious treats, and then just have terrible time out as they eat it.
So as you've gained, by nature the ice elves are super joyous and cheerful. So they love seeking out happiness and joy. But unfortunately, searing, burning skin pain is just kind of part of ice elf life. You know? They're not going to allow themselves to not indulge. Just for a brief moment of just like burning, intense pain, you know?
So
It's
the
kind of what you.
masochists.
Yeah, that's kind of what you have derived from your interactions with them.
Goddamn, that is sad.
All right. Well, you guys now have the 3 peppermint keys. You have found them, and you are ready to continue your adventure deeper into the upper levels. Unless you have unfinished business here in the commons.
I think we can just keep moving up, right?
Yep,
All right.
we help.
All
We
right.
help them. We have our peppermint.
So you guys make your way down the long corridors and up the massive stairs of the Ice Keep. Hal discovers you just discover another room full of elves, another sleeping quarters. There's chatter in the room, but there's not a whole lot going on. All right.
Smelled like gym socks in there.
All right. So you guys advance up the long ice steps, struggling to get up because they are immensely slippery. But you guys finally make it to the top, and you guys just enter the second floor. All right. As you kind of peek your head around the corner too, you do notice in the distance what look like statues, ice statues or ice sculptures standing there perfectly. What do you guys want to do?
Do the statues look like elves or minotaurs or?
You can't really see from this distance. You can tell
Fair
they're humanoid though.
Okay.
I will ask Tara, am I seeing right? There is an yet on that cage.
You mean that one right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure is.
All
Hey,
right.
you guys think I should throw a javelin at one of them?
No, keep your javelins to yourself. Actually, don't do nothing unless we tell you to.
I mean, I'm sure you could. I'm just not sure that right now is the best moment to do that.
There is no good moment for that.
All I'm saying is one time I was in the shadow world and we walked past these guardians They weren't doing nothing, and then they came to life after we walked past them, and they attacked us. So I'm just trying to say, let's be proactive and break at least one of them, maybe two. But I will listen to you guys and not do anything until you tell me to.
God damn it. You can breathe, just not too much. Keep the oxygen levels stable.
Breathe lightly.
All right. Well, you guys are down this long corridor. Corridor. You guys
We're
are.
in the wrong level.
I thought
Sorry.
myself.
No,
breeding
that's
ground
the
outside.
next. Yeah, that's the
I
next
thought myself
floor. My bad.
represented. Jinshi felt himself represented. All right.
But yes, you guys see a door
Wait,
down
where
at the end over there.
All right. Let's...
Even though no one told Hal is sneaking behind the trees, trying to be stealthy.
Okay. How far are you trying to sneak?
Oh, he's just being like obnoxious.
Oh, okay. As you sneak past that tree, you kind of run into it and you knock it into the water, and it makes a big loud splash commotion. And the moment it makes the big splash commotion, all the statues simultaneously, almost instantly, their heads go boom, and they lock onto the tree while their bodies are still like still and stagnant. And you start hearing like a faint crackling, but nothing's happening quite.
I look at Tara and Jinshi and Valen and like make those eyes like told you so.
The crackling starts getting louder until I see you guys. I was like, where is everybody? Until finally one giant loud crack happens, boom, and splinters of ice go shooting out. The ice sculptures start animating, and they pull out their weapons. You guys, like they're about to fuck shit up.
Initiative.
So with that, Jinshi, you're first, bud.
Am I first?
Yep, you better kill all four because we don't go for a while.
Right.
No pressure though.
Yeah. I think I will stay here and dodge.
You're just gonna hold your action?
Yeah, no, I will enter the dodge stage like every attack roll against me has the advantage. I will be like that classical anime samurai instance, like holding the hilt above the sword and waiting to do like 1,000 cuts in a second, and then like all that sort of stuff that only happens in anime. Yeah.
All right.
That's it. And while I will not back down, I will make a tactical retreat. All right. So here,
Okay.
that's not fleeing. That's a tactical. That's a retreat. It's just
So how are you retreating? You had your turn, then you skipped it. Do you have like a reaction?
No, the dodge action is like just an action. Oh, all right. My turn has ended. All right. Oh, all right. I will be back here.
That's fine. You
That's
jump
okay.
out of the way before he runs up, anyways. They're all
That's
just
okay.
sprinting at you as they do. Like it's just big thuds. It sounds like glass shattering with each step.
All right.
See,
Come here.
They all just run up at you. All right, and then Hal, it's your turn.
All right. How heavy is this tree?
Not very heavy. You didn't knock into it very hard before it knocked over. Probably like 10
All right.
pounds, 15
I want to
pounds.
lift the tree and throw it at this guy.
Okay.
And I'll recklessly attack.
Okay. You pick up the tree and you throw it at him. It smacks into him. Let me see. Roll me d6. All right. The tree smashes down on the guy. Does, what was it, the 5 damage? And because it smacked him, the tree has so much heft, he kind of gets knocked back to about right there as well.
So then I'll use my extra attack
Sorry.
right here, and then I'll swoop down. I assume that hits.
Yes, it does. Their armor class is 16. Smack down on him for 13 damage. All right.
And as I smack him, I say, "Are you an ice elf?" Because I wrestled a couple of you guys and I beat them. I'll beat you guys.
It sits there. There's no emotion. It's showing at all. It's just like completely animated, almost robotic.
So scared.
All right. Well, Valen.
All right. Valen's gonna jump to action and do as he usually would do, and first, as a bonus action, activate his blade song to get that guy going.
All right.
And then seeing that these guys are charging forward and somewhat grouped in a rather auspicious proximity to one another, he is going to go ahead and use his action to cast that similar web spell. So that little white bead will shoot forth from his palm, passing by his allies before erupting in the middle of these 4 ice creatures.
All right.
I'm going to cast that, place that, and
They all have to make a.
yes, it looks like I can only catch 3 of the 4, so to avoid getting Hal in there, I'm gonna put it there.
All right. This one is gonna make his dex trapped. This one is gonna make his dex not trapped. And this one is gonna make his dex trapped as well. So you got 2 of them. This one kind of stands there, quite unaffected.
Okay. So that area is considered difficult terrain. The ones who are trapped can choose to spend their action to try to use their strength to break out of it. Otherwise, they have disadvantage on all their attacks. Anything that hits them has advantage.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember the one who isn't stuck. If he ends, I think if he ends his turn in the web, he'll have to make another check. So that's how
okay.
it works. Or actually, each creature. Oh, I'm sorry. Each creature that starts their turn.
Oh, starts
So
it.
basically, they would make their saving throw at the start of their turn, but you can just use whatever is there when their turn starts.
Sure. Okay. All right. They're webbed up, except for I guess this guy, at the moment.
All right. He'll stay where he's at, and he'll go ahead and pass his turn.
All right, Tara.
Okay. I'm just going to. He's just a little bit too far away. So I will say that was diagonal. Scoot up just a little bit to be within 60 feet. That's perfect. And this guy right here that's already wounded. I am going to viciously mock him. It's a wisdom saving throw.
You do it.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I was trying to find a witty insult. But I couldn't. A solid 2 points of damage.
You verbally attack this chunk of ice, but it seems almost unaffected at you. But as your words hit it, you see like a little crack form kind of down it.
His body language is sad. I will. I'm gonna call out to Jinshi. Perhaps you'll have a bit better luck than I will, and I'll give you a bardic inspiration for your turn.
I like your funny words, musical woman. Alright, well, if no time to lose, I will make 2 attacks against the Ice Keep Guardian in front of right here with my greatsword. Attack normal. I will not use my great.
You do not
15.
hit him.
Alright, and I will make a second one. Greatsword again. 15 and
That hits him.
alright. So the first attack was I don't know, just just to confuse him, and the second one.
All right. That second
Like,
one connects for 12 damage.
12 damage, and yeah, that's it. Unless he died, which I don't
It
think
does
he
not.
not.
He's
Alright.
hurt. As your sword strikes him, it splinters, cracks all over his body. He's barely held together. Little chunks of him are falling out of place.
Alright, I will let Hal take out of him, and I will come here. You can make an opposite effect if you.
He does. As
Alright.
you walk away and leave, he will swing his massive ice halberd at you.
It is Halberd the
Um,
Galinston with Perpetual Frost. No,
and
it does not hit.
he does not hit.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
All right. This guy is webbed, and he uses his action to try to make a dex save. What was the dex save? 16, right?
Is he webbed though?
He's webbed. He's not.
Isn't he on the edge of it? Oh,
Yeah, so it's a strength check if you are webbed to be able to break out of the web.
Oh, it's a strength check? Gotcha.
Yeah, strength check.
So he makes a strength check, and he almost peels it off, but just like snaps back, keeping him in place. This Ice Guardian turns to Hal, and swings his halberd, but also with his multi-attack. So he's gonna swing it twice. The first one does not hit, but the second swing.
no, it hit me. It's 21.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was. So he hits on both of them. The first swing does 9 damage. Oh, apparently I can't. I have to roll this again. Alright, I'm rolling it again. Don't worry about this attack. Damage. So he hits you for 9 and 9, so 18 damage. Boom, boom. Swing, swing. Slice, slice. Gets you. This guy is. He started his turn in it, technically, so he is, I guess, webbed. So he is also going to make. Right? I mean, how does that work?
No, so you already rolled for him for his first turn, so he succeeded, so he's free to move on this turn. Although if he ends his turn, he has to do something, I think.
It's still considered rough terrain, right? So he only moves.
Yes.
So
Yes,
he goes.
it is considered rough terrain and heavily obscured, if I remember right.
I don't think he's obscured. I think he's more or less free to do what he wants. But if he starts his next turn in the web, he'll have to save again.
Alright, well, he swings at Hal twice and misses the first one and misses the second one. Alright. This Guardian is webbed. He is going to make his strength check. Oh, that was close. He does nothing. He's still webbed, pulling it off of himself. Alright, Hal.
Alright. Hal is going to go into a rage. So his spiritual guardians should run. While he's in a rage, he's going to attack as well.
Here, I don't know where they're at. They appeared there, I guess.
Sweet. So I'm still attacking that guy that's directly in front of me.
Don't they appear in front of him and hold him? Isn't that what goes on?
If it's a successful hit.
Which was it?
Which it was a 10.
Oh, so it did not hit. So they disappear?
No. Fine. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna only do one extra attack on this guy.
Alright.
And that's 20.
Ooh, 20. Roll a d8 for me. Fatal Strike. Alright. You swing at him, and I don't know what you do. Why don't you tell us what you do? Because you fucking murked this fool.
I take my axe and I just wing it down as hard as I can, and I bring it straight up in between his icy little legs.
As you do, like
That
axe
slice him right in half.
cuts up, and it's like glass shattering as it comes up into a big old fucking ball of dust. And this dude, he falls into a little puddle of ice chunks on the ground. All right.
Sweet.
That's Jin's turn now, or no, Valen.
Valen, Terra,
Valen.
and
All right. So Valen is going to attempt to join in on the fray. But he just can't quite get as far as he wants to get. But that's okay. He'll go ahead and move his 40 feet of movement to right there while he's in Blade Song. And he will. He has a distance spell, but honestly, it probably isn't that effective against things made of ice.
They are, I think, immune to cold
Fireball,
damage.
Fireball, 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 Fireball.
But
Don't have
they are
fireballs.
vulnerable to fire.
Yeah, I've got one fire attack, but I gotta be in melee. So, he will simply. I guess he'll. I don't want to waste any more mana. He'll just kind of come up and he'll just take the dodge action for now. So in case one of these things decide to turn on him, it'll be a little bit harder to hit. But that'll be all he does.
Terra.
Well, we're just gonna try to knock this guy out of the fight. I'll just stand as far back as I can, and just tell him how weird he looks. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. I'm just kind of gonna make fun of their whoever sculpted them. Just really did a poor job. I don't like it.
All right. You say this to him, and his head like does that immediate snap thing over to you. And he just stares at you for a second before his body just cracks and crumbles, and he falls over a pool of rubble. And he's dead.
All right. I will move just a little bit closer, and we will call that good.
All right.
Right, no time to lose. Jinshi will make attacks against the Ice Keep Guardian in front of him, and he's restrained, right? In the web.
He is.
All right, so I have advantage. So I will use my Great Weapon Master on him because I am -5 with advantage, and oh god damn it, 12. I will use Terra Bardic Inspiration to roll a d8. I don't know how to roll a d8 here.
On the left-hand side of your screen, there's like a little menu. It should be probably somewhere right over here, or I guess right over here for you guys. So 13, right. It does not hit.
All right, and I will make my second attack because right, I have problems with Foundry. It's
sorry, yeah.
No, it's not like I have to get used to it. All right.
You swing again, but
I am very humiliated by ice.
All right.
What? Oh,
well,
no. Yeah, that's it.
That Ice Guardian is stuck. He's going to use his what am I trying to say? His action to do a strength check.
Yeah.
He breaks out like a badass. Just boom! Web goes flying everywhere. And then he uses the rest of his movement to run up on Valen, locking eyes with him. This Ice Guardian is restrained, looks at Hal, and tries to take a swing at him with disadvantage. Uses multi-attack though, which does not hit.
I will say, Hal used reckless attack, right?
I did. So technically he would have advantage.
So it would cancel out. You just have a straight.
You just have a straight attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I heard you.
So that he swings and he actually does hit Hal. Yeah, gotta love that.
I will use my reaction to deflect the damage by 110. Was my.
All right. Well, he does 9 damage, and you negate it for 4. So
there is my proficiency modifier, so it's 7 actually.
So it's 7. So
yeah,
2 more.
2 damage.
All right. So that was his first swing. With his multi-attack, he does another one. Swings again. Does he hit? He does.
Yes.
He smacks you for 13. All right. Now it's your turn, Hal.
So what is the consistency of a minute within physical minute?
Combat, no. Combat, I forget what it is. I think it's 6 seconds every time you guys go.
Yeah, per
Perfect.
round.
Well, then
Each
I,
turn is 6 seconds, which means that.
so I'm still raging then.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and recklessly attack as my giant axe. That hit?
It does not.
Did it? Okay. Then I will attack once more. That does.
That hits.
So now my spectral warriors go to either side of this guy and grab him.
All right.
So now he has disadvantage against anyone that's not me, which he already had. But my spectral warriors are grab him.
Okay.
And then I will do damage, which should get a +2 added to it for being in a rage.
So 10 in total. All right.
Yes.
You smack him for 10 damage as your spectral warriors grab his arms and he's pulling back.
All right.
Valen.
And then as my final thing,
Oh.
I'll go ahead and disengage and take a few steps.
I think disengaging, that takes an action, doesn't it?
Disengaging is an action.
Oh, is this an action?
Yeah.
Okay, then I just take a step or two back.
I think that the only class that can
Well-
disengage as a bonus action is the rogue, I think.
Well, if you take a step back,
Okay,
he's going to
well,
take
then
an
I just-
opportunity swinging.
Well, he's got disadvantage because my... Well, no, I guess he doesn't.
Well, he does. I
I
mean,
don't
he
care.
would have disadvantage against you, but apparently it won't let me because you're not close enough. What the fuck? Hold on. Get closer so I can roll it. Alright, now you can go. Alright, he attacks you. Oh, but he has disadvantage, so let me roll it again.
He
hit?
still hits me.
He hits you!
How
Holy
silvery barbs
smokes.
that?
Alright,
Nice.
what does silvery barbs do again? You'll have to...
You'll have
Let
to reroll.
me. He has to re-roll
Oh,
it.
I have to reroll?
Yeah, it's basically an
Ah.
attempt to keep him from
Okay.
being able to hit.
Well, get back your house so I can roll it again. No,
Come closer.
get over here so I can hit you. He still hits.
Yep.
Alright, 17 damage. And
I'm
Hal gets knocked on the ground.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The second half of Silvery Barbs that I always forget about. I can give a different creature advantage on their next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. I'll give that to Valen since he's coming up soon.
Okay. Well, Hal, you're unconscious, grasping your wounds,
Perfect.
clutching for air. Poor guy. Tara, your turn.
Oh shit! I
Uh,
thought Valen went.
I think it's my turn.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm skipping people.
All right. Valen will make use of the bard's enchantment, and with his rapier drawn, he'll go ahead and now engage in melee. Green flame blade. What's the target button again? T. And he'll do a green flame blade attack. This time with advantage. I don't know why I rolled 3.
Triple advantage!
I
Triple
shouldn't have.
advantage, yeah.
I shouldn't have that, but
Well, we'll go with
how do you want me to do this? Okay.
Yeah.
And then he will take that. Hang on. What's happening?
So it looks like it's rolling a d8 of piercing plus 4 piercing, which I think is your modifier, plus 1d8 of fire, plus whatever the 4, 1, 8, and 1d8 is. I don't know where the hell that's coming from.
So I think it's rolling the damage that would happen to a subsequent creature along with the primary target's damage, which is not correct. It,
Oh. Later.
it should just be a d8 plus 4 piercing plus a d8 of fire.
So 1d8 plus modifier piercing, 1d8 of fire, which is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it says versatile damage, so that needs to go.
Yeah, versatile. Yeah, I think we can't put the. I have to have a different attack roll. I think just for the subsequent damage because it's gonna try to roll both.
Okay, I got you. I'll try to figure out how to.
You just want me to roll 2d8? Well, his fire is a problem for him, right?
Yeah, these guys are vulnerable to fire. So I forget what vulnerability
Okay.
does. I think you do
Double damage.
double damage. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the fire part. I'll just roll that real fast.
So
So
10 in total.
10 in total, and then for the piercing part, I'll just roll again. 8 points of piercing damage.
All right. You hit him, and as your blade strikes him, it just leaves like a big melty indent as ice drip or water. I guess is what melted ice is.
All right. That will be his turn.
How's it going?
I will pass it.
All right. Now it's Terrace.
Okay. How do you upcast?
What does that mean?
So it's a first level spell, but I want to cast it at. Oh, it's here. It's already built into the thing. I see Hal take a good chunk of damage and try to retreat, and so I'm going to send some healing over to him.
Does healing word work if they're on the ground doing their death saves?
Yeah, that's how healing really works. Like, it is more useful to wait for someone to fall down and bring
to
them
drop
back to life.
than yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So long as he's not like dead and hasn't failed all of his death saves, I should still be able to heal him and get him conscious.
All right. Well.
So we'll do that, and then I think this should.
So
I got 14 points of healing.
I see.
All right.
Enough to get you back up and in the fight, friend.
Thank you.
But you are still on the ground.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You did take a dinger.
Hold on. If a creature has a bard against. Okay, no, that doesn't apply here. Okay, that's yeah, I think that's gonna have to be it for now.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right. Well, I will keep trying. Well, is this guardian free from?
No, he
Web?
has disadvantage. Not only is he webbed, but he is also being restrained by Hal's warrior.
All right.
Well, I think when I went unconscious, I think
Oh.
they might disappear.
They're
Let me
gone.
check.
But there is the web, right?
But yeah, there's a web. He has disadvantage either way.
So I will, with my great sword because it is really big. Because I'm trying to finesse.
All right.
20. For hit and for damage.
21 damage. Smack him. Little shatter, like tears go all over his body. Little cracks.
And I will make a second attack. With max attack because he's still alive, this motherfucker.
Alright, you hit him again.
Alright. 4.
You smack him for 10 damage. As your sword collides with him, he explodes in a cloud of little particles of snow and ice. Falls on the ground. Is dead.
Alright, so I will use my movement to come here beside my friend Valen, and since I brought a creature down to 0 hit points, I can make an extra attack with my bonus action, and I will do it right now.
Nice. What skill is that? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, it is the Great Weapon Master. Let me just take the target.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is right. Yeah, this is right here. And I will make an attack with my bonus action against this Ice Speed Guardian right here.
Alright.
3 swings of my beautiful sword.
You swing.
Normal this time because.
You hit him.
Alright, and it is.
You hit him
10
for
damage
10
again.
damage. Alright.
Yeah, that's it. I will whisper to Vedi. No need to worry, I'm here.
All right, the Guardian looks at Jinshi just rolled up on him, and he is going to use his multi-attack in his halberd. He's going to make the first attack. Does not hit.
No.
He's going to swing again. Oh my
Nice.
gosh. The attack is so bad that it causes a critical distraction and it imposes disadvantage on all of his teammates. Unfortunately, all of his teammates are dead and weren't able to see it. But if they were still alive, they would totally be distracted by that. All right, Hal. I guess you just have to get up.
Well,
Well, your action you used to stand.
well, I did not, sir.
All right, then you're
I
laying
did
on the
not
ground.
say that.
You're still laying there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do. I assume that Valen is in an attack stance and his legs are somewhat parted.
Sure. Yeah.
But you do you, man.
You can attack on the ground. Okay, you're gonna have to roll this with disadvantage.
We don't have one.
You don't have
I rolled
advantage.
I'm attacking. I'm attacking recklessly.
Well, if you're attacking recklessly and you're on the ground, then that just means you're just normal attacking at this point.
Fine.
Okay. All right.
Damn.
It does not hit. Will you roll me a d20 as well?
What for?
I don't know. Just roll it and we'll find out.
5 and 5.
Your hand axe smacks Valen right in the back of his calf. And he takes whatever damage from that you would take from hand axe.
Oh, god damage.
Which I guess would be, yikes, 8 damage as the axe is just sitting there hanging out of the back of his ankle.
Can I?
Sorry.
I don't believe that I will say this, but can I intercept?
Yeah, you can intercept.
Alright.
What does intercept do?
I will
I'm
try
still
to
drunk.
lower this damage by 1d10 plus my proficiency modifier.
All right, so
So
that's
yeah, I negate all damage. Look at that.
all right.
Ding.
I will send this hand axe away with my sword,
Yeah, kind of land somewhere like over
and I
there.
will look to.
I was about to say, if the first instance of damage my character takes in the whole campaign is because I get hit in the back by my own teammate, I was gonna be a little disappointed.
Hey,
What an epic story.
Be careful. Be careful.
Sorry. I think I'm still drunk.
All right. Well, it is now Valen's turn.
It is like this right here. God damn it.
Alright, well,
This super RP stuff.
I like to think that Valen's too engaged facing forward in his fencing stance with this ice creature to really see the error of his teammate's way for now. And he's just going to go ahead and make a green flame blade strike against this guy.
All right. You hit.
Okay. I don't know if the damage thing is fixed yet, so here's the fire damage.
I'm assuming you probably, yeah, you wreck him. Oh, he has 1 health left. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe not. Maybe don't wreck
Well,
him.
that was fire damage. That was the D8 for fire.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's
So
wrecked. You smack him, and the flame on your blade is just so burning hot that it just melts him into a little puddle on the ground. And they are all right. I need to get. All right, guys. Hal, you can stand now. You get back up. Nice.
I wouldn't say these sentries were all that difficult, and then he'll turn around and see Hal looking the way he looks.
I will come right here and grab Paul's axe, and I will say, I will keep it to myself until you learn how to behave.
Thank you.
All right.
I rummage. Can we rummage through their pockets?
Holy smokes. You know what? You can.
Looking for loose change.
All right. I'm going to roll Hal's Guardian first. Oh, wow. You found 3 enchanted ice, Hal, on that guy.
Perfect. I can make it delicious.
All right.
Nice.
Tara, do you want to search that
Just
one?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, you find enchanted ice and an ice guardian halberd.
Okay.
Jealous.
All
I
right.
might be willing to trade how. I don't think I can lift this properly.
I will greatly give you some enchanted ice. For...
You know what? I accept. I'll take the enchanted ice.
All right. Jinshi, are you looting that body?
Yep. To-
All right. Jinshi loots and rummages that body. Finds 3 sweet
Nice.
peppermints.
Nice.
All right.
I will share this sweet peppermint with my companions, which means Valen and Terra alone.
If you open that box, Tara, that should be it.
All right. And
I
then
will give
Valen,
one
are you
peppermint
looting that
for
one over
Valen
there?
and one.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and rifle through the puddle.
All right. He's rifling through the puddle. You end up finding a sweet peppermint and an ice guardian halberd. All right. Looted, zooted, and dooted.
I'm struggling.
Is
I
it
don't
not
know how
opening?
to open. No.
Double click the box.
I am.
It's not opening for you?
No.
Here, I'll just move it here.
Sorry. Thank you.
No, it's
Oh,
okay.
there it is. Okay.
All right. Well, you guys just mollywopped some ice guardians and have cleared. What would you like to do?
Unless someone speaks up otherwise, I assume we'll press on. These things weren't all that difficult.
Yeah. We will press on like nothing too difficult. And I will whisper for Valen to stay close to after me in case of another, lost X.
What's this about a
Whatever
lost
it is.
axe?
Nothing. Hey, so do I once I roll the healing potions, do I have to input it myself?
You do. Healing is
Okay.
really complex, and it's hard for me. It's almost impossible for me in the current state of the game to have it automatically heal you. It does this weird thing where it'll like add the health on there for a designated amount of time, and then it'll like pull it off. So you guys will like heal up, and the next time you guys play, after the timer runs out, it'll like take all that health back away from you. I don't know how to fix it. Yes, health and gold is one of the things where.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm almost there, guys.
Valen, you open the door and just to another long corridor.
Interesting architecture in this place. Lots of long hallways.
I would say that it's colorful. Yeah, sure.
Before we round this corner, Hal is looking around and he remembers that the I think it was Petey had said that the ice castle itself is crying all of this red stuff.
Yep.
And so Hal touches the wall and he tries to feel the ice castle and he just says, "I'm sorry that you're hurting."
So, all right, you place your hand against the wall. Will you roll me a Constitution?
Constitution? For what? Can
You cannot. Okay. Oh, that's not the right one. Hal, you place your hand on the ice and you close your eyes and you try to ask it how it's feeling. As you open your eyes, you feel the red kind of course over your glove. And you're like, oh, that's weird. And as it's coursing through your glove, you suddenly feel it almost like it's burning through your glove onto your hand. And you just feel this intense sensation of almost like a virus that starts in your hand and starts spreading throughout your body. But you don't necessarily feel in pain or anything yet. You are just, where the hell is it? You're cursed.
Nice.
Okay. So, whoops. I have this mysterious red liquid. Sorry, everybody. But I want to use a medicine check on it to see if I can, I don't know, use my just wisdom to make a antidote or an anti-curse. That wasn't my roll. It was a slip of the finger.
I mean, sure. Why don't you roll your wisdom? Explain what you're trying to do again. You're trying to make an antidote for yourself?
Yeah, an anti-curse, like to remove curses with
Okay.
the cursed water that I have.
So, your wisdom. Why don't you roll a wisdom check first to determine if you know what the heck this liquid is or what you're doing with it.
Well, when I asked about the liquid earlier, I was told that it was red liquid from the castle, that it's crying red cursed liquid, and if you touch it or drink it, then you'll be cursed.
Yep. So you kind of examine the liquid and trying to get to the bottom of what's so cursed about this liquid, and you determine that it's just radiating with intense, intense, intense dark magical energy. Similar to what you experienced back in Arcadia when you fought Viserys, that same type of nasty, but in like a liquid concentrated.
Okay.
You can roll a medicine check, I guess, for
can
me,
I-
but that's gonna be a 20.
Can
You're
I
gonna have to
can-
hit that perfectly.
Can I drop my sweet peppermint into the red liquid in my vial?
Sure. You drop and consume
Okay,
one of
I
your
do
red
that.
peppermints. Will you roll it and consume it? You drop your peppermint in, and it falls in and starts kind of floating and bobbing, and then all of a sudden just starts fizzing and dissipating, and almost like it's hydrochloric acid just ate the pepper. Um,
But it literally says in the description, this peppermint candy cures the burning status. So is that just like
so that's like if you were on fire.
like a
You're cursed, Hal.
okay?
But you do know from your experience around the block that curses can usually be lifted by like a powerful mage or something. And you also know that curses don't necessarily affect you right away. It's something.
Well, I round this corner and I'm just cursing everything freaking lived.
All right.
Freaking kills Joker.
That's how I was running down
Hey,
cursing things.
Catman, there's a door over here we may want to check out.
Oh, I bet we want to check it out. Gonna come in here and kick it down. Hell.
You guys walk into this room. There's red crystals, piles of them spurting up from the ground, glowing like a nasty red aura. It smells awful. As you look around, you see the rotting piles of corpses that literally look like husks. Hal did find a note.
So we should suppose just take this as normal for the Joybringer. Piles of corpses and yep.
Will you go ahead and read the note to me, Hal, just for the stream or recording?
In the depth of winter's embrace, a revelation is unfurled, its dark wing within me. I have unearthed chilling truth by the act of sacrifice. A potent force can be harnessed. These blood crystals, born from such rites, pulsate with an immense reservoir of dark magical essence. The ice elves, their ethereal life force, proving to be the perfect catalyst. The harvest is bountiful, and now I stand on the precipice of unleashing an arcane storm. Final winter is no longer a whispered legend, it is a looming reality. Ready to be woven in my hands, the world will tremble under the might of my newfound power, the Joybringer. Guys, I have no idea what this means, but I don't think it has any consequence of what we're doing.
All right. Well, you guys found the note. It's very scary stuff.
Anything particularly interesting about these crates in the corner, or is it more of this red crystal?
You look in the crates, and as you peel the tops off, you see it's boxed up versions of this that's all around you. The crystal glows with the same nasty red energy that the water does.
Valen,
I didn't touch
you was Arcanist. Do you happen to anything about this green rites and this reservoir of dark magical essence?
Well, I guess DM, does anything that note mentions sound something that he would have come across in his training?
Why don't you give me is here a thing? Yeah, give me a history check.
Yeah. History or Arcana, yeah. I'll do history.
Nope, nothing familiar at all.
I know they usually keep water in various kinds of reservoirs, but I'm not entirely sure what he's going on about here. I can say that it should go without saying, but for some of us that's not entirely possible. Don't touch the red crystals. I repeat, don't touch. He looks at Hal. The red crystals.
Hal looks back and then just kind of walks over and is just like, touch him? Is that what you said?
Don't touch. Do not
Don't.
touch.
You know,
At all.
Anti-touch.
the note really reminds me of something old Daddy Bobcat Loggins used to about how the Monster Wars kind of got started.
All right.
Hal just
And
That's
he says anything about like the final winter.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, that's such a.
Doesn't take a genius to figure that part out, I suppose. All
Do
the more
you-
reason to
Well,
kill this guy.
good thing
Do you
I've got some fur.
Do you attend the Mage College in Itiria, right?
Yes, of course.
You happen to have classes with a professor called Johan.
Does that name ring a bell to me, DM?
I don't know. You're the one that went to college.
Well then I will roll for it, I guess,
All
to
right.
see if he would have heard it. I'm doing a history check, I guess.
I also went
Oh, yeah.
to the college. Could I roll to recognize that name?
Yeah, for sure.
Is it history?
Yeah. It's one of those
Can
moments
you
where it's
type
like,
out
this is
that-
up to you guys.
Can you type out that name again for me there, Jinchi? Or what was the name?
Johan.
Yuhan?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I would say with a 20, I probably am familiar with him. Maybe didn't directly learn from him per se, but he probably knows of him. So I haven't had the pleasure of his tutelage, but I've heard the name. Yes.
Yeah, just because he's my brother, so yeah, I thought
Oh.
that you could be acquaintance. I don't know how to pronounce that word in English, but yeah, you got.
Interesting. I will have to bear that in mind should I return for the alumni meeting.
Tell him that I send hello, and he should appear in my house more often.
Noted. This room's full of packages. I assume the presents the Joybringer would normally conjure in people's homes.
And bring joy.
Why are there cages?
One can only assume for some ill-gotten ice elf. They look empty now.
They are empty, but you notice the bars
Yeah.
are
Um,
like they have almost scratches or bite marks on them.
Ah, maybe not the ice elves then.
there
Hey
is a
guys, I
second
found
note.
another note.
Please read it. Please read it to us if you know how to read.
Okay. I guess I can read. As Talmin prepares for Winterfest, my dark plan unfurls under the guise of celebration. Blood crystals, a reservoir of potent dark magic, now reveal a most sinister ability. They can curse chests, transforming them into powerful mimics. Disguised as gifts for children, the mimics will be placed in homes across Talmin. On the morning of Winterfest, an army of these treacherous creatures will awaken, sowing chaos and terror. This devastation is crucial, drawing attention away from the ultimate aim. As a population who contends with this horror, I will enact the final phase of the final winter. This day will mark not just a festival, but the birth of a new dark era, well, orchestrated by my design. Again, guys, I don't think this really pertains to us, but you think one of these gifts is for me?
Do not touch the gift.
Yes. That one right there. It's for you. Stick your face in it.
I open it.
Oh, but
Okay. You open the gifts, you grab it, and you put it in your hand, you pick it up. And as you pick it up, you feel it's heavier than you're normally used to. And then it jumps
I think
from
it's a
your
bite.
hands, unlocks its jaws, and all around the room, all these mimics awake. And they're like pissed off. I don't know why I can't, for some reason, start this encounter. There's like no encounter.
All right,
button
everyone,
anywhere.
wait, before you start the encounter, everyone just back up to the door. Back up to the door. Back up to the
Oh, there it is.
door.
There it is.
And
I
I'm
found it.
going to release my dusk tails into the room to be consumed. Well, I'll just release one of them.
Okay. Hold on. I guess let me
Everyone,
grab it.
run out. We'll walk.
I feel like if the battle starts, you probably can't move 60 feet away.
Well, the battle hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
Run!
it's-
Oh, dang it.
The battle started, but you did manage to release a dust tail. So there's that, and it's first.
All right, my dust.
The dust tail jumps out of the bag, looks around the room, kind of pulls its paws up from the ice, turns back around to Hal, and then just jumps at him and attacks him.
You little piece of shit.
He's gonna try to bite you,
Does
but does
not.
not hit. You just kind of kick him off. Goes flying over there. All right. Valen, I guess. Wait, Valen? I thought the dust tail was. I don't know. I guess Valen can go.
It said it was my turn,
Was it your turn?
not
Oh,
the dust. That's what it
Yeah,
said,
it's
not
weird.
the dust
Should
tail.
be
all right.
Hal.
My bad. I keep getting confused because like it highlights over here one thing and then the actual ring. Anywho, I guess Hal, it is your turn.
Well, I look at my little dust tail and I say, "I'll deal with you later." And I throw a javelin at.
All right. It hits for 8 damage. All right. Was that it?
And then I use my extra. No, I use my extra attack, and I throw another javelin.
You hit.
I deal.
9 damage. Not quite dead, but it makes a weird little squirm noise as it's very injured. All right. I guess it's Valen now, yeah?
All right. Taking advantage of the injured mimic on the table below, Valen's gonna, with a bit of a sigh, because he knew this was gonna happen, but he had hopes otherwise. He's gonna go ahead and target this guy and send off a ray of frost in his direction. Oh man. 12 happen to hit?
It does not hit.
Okay.
It misses the mimic and smacks into the wall right there.
All right. Well, with that in mind, he's gonna go ahead and step here beside Terra, and just draw his rapier again and get prepared for what's to come.
Tara is really good at very specific things. So this one that Hal has been throwing things at, you just hear from the back of the back corner of the room, "Ew, oh my god, what is that? That is the ugliest thing I've ever seen." And we're just gonna do what we do best.
It hears you. It hears every word of it.
Good. She wasn't being quiet about it.
With its giant mouth, you hear it go, take a gasp, and it just falls over down. Alright. Tara just bullies these poor.
Alright, Jinxie will come here, will engage with this mimic right here, and target, yeah, and I will descend, yeah, right here, and I will send an attack upon him because, yeah, that's,
Alright.
and I will use, yeah, no,
It does not hit.
yeah, and I will use my extra attack because, yeah, it was not done even if he not use that, so
That one does
11.
not hit either.
Yeah, I say, that's it. At least I will be here tanking damage. Yeah, I will
Okay.
be doing my job.
The dust tail's turn. It looks back at Hal, pissed off that you stuck it in your bag, and bites. He's going to. Oh, he does it. He bites you right on your ankle. Oh, he nips you for 5. Gets you right on your toe or something. All right. This mimic. What's their movements? He lumps over. He goes bump, bump, and lumps over near Jinxie. Looks at Jin.
Alright.
And.
Oh, god damn it.
what
You
is
are
this?
awful.
Festive move target is 35 feet away. No, it's not. There you go. Use a swallowing bite. Holy smokes.
The creature.
It attacks. Does it hit you? Oh, it does. It
Yeah,
swallows
yeah.
Jinxie.
Why swallow the size screen not break through?
And then you take the damage at that. crunches down on you for 15
Ooh.
damage.
Alright. And I can make my DC 15 strength, right? Because it says
You
like
make it
that.
at the beginning of your next turn.
Or right after being swallowed.
Alright, I guess that's true. I did put.
Alright, 17.
Oh, you make it, so you break out. So technically you didn't take any. Swallows you, but.
Oh goddamn, you are awful.
Okay. That's that mimic's turn. This one looks at Jinshi as well, and he gives you a swallowing bite. Let's see.
Right.
So I think. Ooh.
Oof, yeah.
That's against Jin. Wait, wait,
Yeah,
wait, wait,
That
wait,
is against Jin.
wait.
What?
Silver barbs. Silver barbs.
Thank
So
you,
you
Tara.
have to re-roll it.
Yeah, you have to.
There.
Okay. He rolls another bite. This one does not swallow
No.
Jinshi. He misses.
Thank you, Tara. Thank you.
All right. This mimic lumps over. Bump.
I
That's all
like
he
your
can do.
funny words, musical woman. Oh, don't you give advantage for someone?
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. One day I'll remember that. Jin, you're right up there with a lot of things in front of you, so please take that advantage for your next turn.
Thank you. I would use my samurai fighting spirits, but yeah, thank you for your advantage. I will make it. At least I hope.
All right. How?
Come on. Recklessly, or extra attack. Recklessly attacks, throwing his javelin at the one he's targeted,
Oh, you hit.
and deals. And then, oh yeah, you're right, 16.
All right.
Then using animal handling, I'm gonna scoop that little dust tail and put him back in the bag I threw him out of.
You do. You scoop him up with expert precision. You grab him by his little scruff and you jam him back in his bag. And right before both of them jump out, you close it up again.
I will deal with you later, Paul. 1, 2, 3, and then oh wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. I go there.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Valen.
All right. Valen is half contemplating just leaving out the door they came in and shutting it behind them.
I tried to say that.
But given his allies in the throes of melee with them, he's gonna instead just take a couple steps forward and just hurl another ray of frost at this guy. I thought I had that on my hotbar. Do I not? No. Okay. Another ray of frost at this guy here
All right.
with his action for a 19 to hit.
You hit him.
All right, and he will take a whopping 4 points of cold damage, and his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
So he's just stuck.
He can't move.
He can't move. Yep.
Okay.
That's his turn.
All right. Tara.
Ooh. That's the one Balin targeted, right? He can't move right now? Okay.
No.
Great. Let's I'm going for this guy up here.
All right.
After I kill you, I'm going after whoever left your cage open.
That's how, by the way.
It wasn't Hal.
Oh damn.
It
Okay.
doesn't
Damage.
seem to hear you.
Oof. He's focused. Okay.
It's way too far.
He's deaf, actually.
That's gonna be it.
All right. Jim.
Right. Right, I will make 2 attacks against that guy because I don't like his face. And as an in-out elf, that's all the reason I need.
It's all that enchanted ice.
And I will use my advantage from Terra because, yeah, I like her.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you rolled a critical. Here, roll a d8 for me
Yeah.
real quick.
Alright. Thank you, Tara, because
yeah.
the other roll was a fucking 1.
Break armor. So your attack shatters the enemy's equipped armor. This armor set takes the damage trait and has -2 AC until repaired. Since he doesn't have armor, he's just going to take the -2. All right. You still get to
So 24 damage.
24 damage. So with the dynamic critical system that we've implemented, whenever you roll a critical, you're going to roll a 1d8, and whatever effect you do is going to do that. So double damage is one
Right.
of those effects. So you wouldn't
Yep.
still get double damage. You would just roll normal damage because your critical effect was his shattering his armor, if that makes sense.
I did not get it.
So we have a supplement that we're using called Dynamic Criticals that me and Mason have made,
Mm-hmm.
and it replaces critical. So whenever you roll a positive 20 or a nat 1, you roll a 1d8 and it rolls a table. And
So it's not like the double damage. It's like this effect.
double
in
damage
the-
is if you roll a 1 on the critical success table, you do
Oh.
double damage. You know, if you
Right.
roll a 7,
So-
for instance, or 6, you'll instantly kill them. And the one that yours
Let
did
me-
was it broke his armor.
Alright, so let me just roll my damage. It's 7 plus 10 because of
So
my
17?
great weapon. 17 plus 5
Alright.
plus 4 of
Plus
my-
5?
Oh, plus 4 of my
All right.
19,
Well,
21.
you murk him.
Alright. And with my bonus action, because I downed a creature to 0 hit points, I will attack this other mimic right here.
All right.
And with my great sword, and I will use my great weapon master ability because just like that.
Ooh, you hit.
Nice. So plus 10 damage, so it is 24 damage.
Damn. You murk him as well.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
And I will
Slice
right
with expert precision.
here.
All right.
Right. That's it. Oh, then is it? Is actually I think I have one more attack because that was like my attacks, normal attacks. So now comes
Alright.
my attack with a bonus action that I will make against this mimic right here. I'm sorry, like
Very
just
good.
to count right, I made 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, you made one on this guy, you made one on this guy, and because you brought them to 0, you get to make one more on this guy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, just to check if my mathematics is correct. And yeah, this one will be normal because he's a little bit. Ooh,
Another nat 20. Roll a d8.
nice. Let me roll the d8 right here.
Although I'm sure you'll kill him, but it's still,
Yeah.
So
2.
yours, you knocked him prone. So that
Yes.
hit has knocked this thing prone. Yes, you just actually get it. But you also slice him for 11 damage,
11 damage.
which just bodies the poor.
Yes.
All right.
And Jinshi will sift his sword slowly like a samurai. Yeah. That's it.
All right. Well, you guys have killed all the mimics that have popped up from the boxes. What do you guys want to do now?
I want to retrieve my javelins.
All right.
Well, I suppose on the bright side, we may have saved about 4 children's lives.
I mean,
So
how many
that's-
children are in
right.
the world? Like 6?
Yes. Yes.
At
there are
least,
6.
yes.
All right.
Can we loot the mimics?
You can. So how you loot a mimic, and you find 4 sweet peppermints. All right. Anybody else want to loot some mimics?
I will loot these 3 mimics right in front of me.
All right. Jinshi's gonna loot all 3 of them,
Because I
which
killed them.
is
Sweet peppermint. Thing.
you found 1 sweet peppermint in all of
Nice.
them.
I'm happy. I have peppermints.
Uh,
I'm happy.
Can I retrieve a tooth from the mimic's mouth?
Here, you retrieve 1 mimic tooth.
Yeah. I'm a happy little schoolboy. Whoa!
All
I think
right.
the curse is taking effect.
So that actually was part of the curse. As time goes on until it gets affected, you notice yourself starting to giggle and say very like childlike things and getting excited like a child would behave.
Hate you.
I don't like that.
All right.
What is this giant blue thing?
You guys walk into this next room and you see crystals similar to the red ones you saw before, but a lot larger, pulsating with a different blue glow.
I touch it.
Hal, please don't touch anything. I
No,
am running
there's-
so low on magic.
Hal
And he touched it.
touches
Don't
the
touch it.
crystal and you feel an intense surge of dark magical energy, and your childhood boy curse takes full effect. And
Oh, I thought it would relieve my curse. Double curse.
now
I
your
will turn to
curse
Vaden.
of eternal, I don't know, adolescence is in full effect.
I will turn
This
to
is so
Vaden.
much fun.
Should we like just let him die? It would like spare us a lot of headache.
There's just not much more I can do to help him right now.
He's really
Oh,
Honestly, I'm
guys, I found something. I found something.
Don't touch it.
Oh, it's a note.
Would you read the note for us if you know how to read? Of course.
Yeah, I can read. I can totally read.
Does he sound different to you?
Breakthrough.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Get the note out of the child.
Valen, would you read us that note?
There it is. Okay. A breakthrough has dawned in my quest for dominion. By merging the essence of enchanted ice with the blood crystals, a transformation of profound power occurs. These crystals morph into large, glowing blue-dark ice crystals, their potency magnified beyond imagination. This pivotal discovery paves the way for the final winter curse, a spell of unparalleled might. Once cast upon Talmin, this curse will summon an unyielding eternal winter, engulfing the land in ice and this. Under this relentless frost, I will ascend unchallenged, solidifying my reign over Talmin. The world will bow before the icy throne I forge, and my rule will be as enduring as the winter I command. The Joybringer.
He is
I'll be
really
on.
he is really crazy if he thinks that he can command an in-out elf. But yeah, I
Hi,
think
buddy.
that everyone
How
is
are
mad.
you?
Where's the child?
Where's
stuck?
the kitten?
Where's the
Do
child?
you want me to let you out?
You just hear a massive roar come from the cage.
Do not let
No.
no.
It's
Do
Don't
not
touch.
don't touch.
the Yeti
Guys,
just
I
is
think I can.
yelling and screaming, and it grabs the cage and shakes it.
Haluf, come here. I have candies.
I think I trained it. I'm gonna let him out.
What?
Do not let
No,
him out.
no.
I have candies. Come here, candies. No.
I want some candy.
Yeah, come here. Stick with me, and when this is over, I will give you candies. 3 candies.
Oh, you lied to me. He runs over
Three.
to Tarot.
One,
He lied
two,
to me.
Do you want a loaf of bread? I've got one left over. I know we never made it to the bakery today.
Okay, I'll take some bread.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, here. Have
Are
bread.
we-
Don't touch things, please.
Are we not asking why he's what he is right now? Is it normal?
He's
That
this
is a
way.
later problem.
But what are you talking about? He's normal. He's like that.
Well, you see, earlier he could read.
Well,
He-
maybe his brain like just rot out. Normal
He's
for
He's probably
savages.
stroked.
He's touching a lot of things in here. His brain probably did rot a bit.
He acts this way like all the time. He's a savage. You can't expect much. Nothing personal, Tara.
He comes over and he
It's a
puts
little
his hand on
personal.
Jinxie and he goes, "Tag, you're it."
All right. Well, while Hal
Valen
runs
shuts
around
the
the
door.
room,
Do it, please, Bailey.
all right, Hal is locked
Hey, let
inside
me
the
out.
cage.
Now look here, little cat. You need to behave yourself if you're to come out of timeouts. You understand?
You're being mean to me.
Yes. Well, you're being an annoying little shit.
I don't like it.
If you behave and do as he'll look around, as Terra commands, then you stay by her side. You can come out.
Hal is getting seriously frustrated, and he goes into a rage, and he just starts shaking the cage.
You do that, and as you do that, the loud banging is starting to like piss off the Yeti, and he starts banging on the exterior of the cage, kind of yelling with you and raging with you. But his is a lot more powerful. Every time he hits the cage, you guys feel the whole structure of the building rumble.
Look, does he get out of the cage? Does Hal get out?
No, those cages are designed for abominable Yetis. He is stuck in that shit.
I know what my character would do, but I don't think it's the right thing to do as a player. Because I'm totally on board just leaving his ass in there until we're done killing the Joybringer. But at the same time, we could use some fodder.
We need him. I'll take the 2 peppermints out of
We don't.
my
we
bag.
Don't need him. We don't need him.
We okay, maybe not, but I'm gonna hold the 2
Sarah.
peppermints up
Terra,
and
Terra,
just kind of
Sarah.
no. I can't leave him here.
Terra,
He is a child right now. I can't leave him here
Terra,
in good conscience.
Terra, bear with me, Terra. We are better without him. There's no need to bring him.
How?
along.
How?
Yeah.
I'm holding up like the candies.
Yeah.
If you listen well, you can have both of my candies and some of that really yummy tea that Felix made.
Okay.
Okay?
Hal just touches the gate, and it just opens up.
It was never locked.
It was a potion of a pole.
All right. Well, with that, you guys have successfully completed the 2nd floor and are ready to advance to the 3rd and final floor.
Bye, Mr. Yeti. Reach the top.
All right. You guys managed to climb yourselves up the slippery ice stairs again, barely making it to the top, but you do it. All right, what would you guys like to do?
All right, someone keep the child lion on a leash. The child kitten on a leash.
Doing my best.
Thank you,
Hey,
Tara. I know that
Valen.
it is an almost impossible task, but thank you.
Oh, it's all right. After my sisters, I can handle just about any
Hey,
child.
Tara.
I can understand
Tara,
it very
what's
well.
this?
Oh, don't touch. Don't touch, remember?
Don't touch.
Okay.
Thing.
Why is the carpet green?
Don't
Uh,
touch. Don't touch. Or
Why
I
is
will
this
cut
tree
your
so
fucking
shiny?
hands.
Because it has lights on it, Hal. You know what lights are. Valen,
You're right.
Yes.
do you have... She's so... like, you can see... Like, she is exasperated already. Do you...
Up one flight of stairs.
yeah. Yeah. I think you had picked up a mana potion earlier. Do you still have that? Could I perhaps
I have mana
persuade
potions.
you?
Tara.
If
Tara.
How
Here.
would you be so kind? Could I use one?
Uh-huh. Here you go. Drops it on the floor.
Does it break?
No, he drops on the carpet, fortunately.
Oof.
All right,
Oop.
and then, yeah, if you just want to roll the healing, you can add that to your mana. Ah.
Great. That's
No.
okay. It's better than nothing. I can
Do you
keep
want another
somebody
one?
alive.
I have 11.
Why do you have 11? Do you cast magic?
I don't know. No.
Can I have one more, please?
Here you
And
go.
then I look over at Jinshi and I'm like, and this is why we kept him around.
Every
it makes it interesting backpack.
Jinshi will turn to Tara and like we could like just you know, strangle him and take the potion.
I'm not gonna take them from him. He's being very kind and just giving them to me.
Should we say
Hey,
thank you?
I have I have another potion. Should I drink it?
I don't think so.
Wait a minute. Are you
No,
drinking
I'm
it?
not. I was just showing him what it does.
Oh,
No, I'm not drinking it.
are you? Are, if you
But
rolled it in
it did remove
chat,
it from my inventory.
yeah. So you know what that means.
I didn't mean to. I was just No, I didn't mean to. I was just trying to show him what it did.
All right. Let this be a lesson for you. Next time you go and drink a potion, you're drinking it.
There's no way to share it
There
without
isn't.
copy and pasting.
It's true. All right. Well,
Okay.
as Hal leaves a potion or a bag of 8 potions on the floor, Valen and Jinshi kind of approach this big, massive door. You guys see 3 keyholes outlined with, you guessed it, peppermint.
I suppose if the key fits.
Yeah,
Whoever are key
I s-
holders can roll the
I
keys in their
think that
inventory
even
to
the child could
activate
perceive
them.
that.
My key's all sticky.
Let me go first. All right.
All right. Click, click. You snap 2 keys in. Click, and there's the 3rd one. All right. The door unlocks. You insert the 3 peppermint keys, each emitting a soft tinkling sound as they turn in unison. The door creaks open, revealing the expansive interior of the Joybringer's workshop. The air is filled with a scent of pine and cinnamon, inviting you further in. As your eyes adjust, you see walls adorned with rows of tables, each brimming with an array of gifts, tools, and vibrant materials. Ribbons, sparkling ornaments, and twinkling lights add a festive touch to the surroundings. Ahead, a towering figure captures your attention. The Joybringer, a majestic minotaur, stands
The
garbed in red and white.
Joybringer!
And
Yay! Oh my god! He's real!
his presence is both imposing and warm, a true
I
embodiment of festive cheer.
Wow.
You run up to the Joybringer, and he looks back, and before you can run up to him, his ice guardians like step in front of you and grab you, and kind of like restrain you from going forward. The Joybringer turns to you and
Oh,
he
your
says,
hands are cold. I love you.
he turns and he goes, "What? What is this? Who let this in the workshop?" And he turns and realizes that there's no elves. And he says, "Ah, must be dinner time again."
Wait. How there is no elves? I felt insulted. All right.
The Joybringer turns and he goes, "Those lazy, nasty little elves are probably out eating instead of working. I'll have to punish them all." And he'll snap. And as he snaps, you just hear coming from underneath you just shrieks and just screams of the elves. And he just kind of smiles as it happens, and he snaps again, and you suddenly hear all the screams come to a stop. He says, "That'll show them for eating when they're supposed to be working." He turns and says, "Who are you?" to Hal.
My name's Hal of Wolfsbane, and I'm 45 years old, and I really want a new axe for Winterfest
He rolls his
because
eyes, and as you ramble on, he approaches you and he says, "Is this your child? Speak. Who are you? How did you come to the Ice Keep?"
Look. I have a proposal. You keep the child. You give us magical items, and I am totally in for it.
He says, "Who dare you speak to me?" And he looks at Jinch, and he looks back, and he's just like, "You are invaders. I don't know who you are, but I'll treat you like all the rest of the invaders who managed to pierce the curse." And he snaps again, and when he does, the door shuts and locks behind you guys. Boom, boom, the room locks, and he kind of starts levitating. This dark magic is kind of like pulsing aura around him, and then he'll teleport back. Bam, bam, and he like teleports over there. The Ice Guardians throw Hal over there, and
Hal is not happy about this because the Joybringer is not being very nice.
okay.
He turns to the Joybringer. He goes, "You need to listen to me. That is your job."
Caralho.
And all of his friends see him pull out a little vial that looks very similar to the other vial he almost drank but didn't. And then he drinks this one and tries to intimidate the Joybringer.
Okay. I guess I'll roll for mine. You don't.
No, I do, because it adds 3 to my thing.
Does it? Yeah, but I think if you use Potion of Booming Voice, it already added 3 to your thing. So you rolled your d20.
No, because no, my intimidation is already a +3 before I drank it. So adding the +3 intimidation would make it 9. Because
Okay.
intimidation is one of my proficiencies.
All right. Well, you in a little kid voice, but it's booming and loud. Say what you say to the Joybringer about him.
Give me what I want.
You see him kind of like, he kind of like is like, what? And he is intimidated by it, and he goes, as you wish. And he turns to Hal and throws a cursed gift at Hal.
Let him die, Terra. Let him die.
It's a fatal strike. Hal immediately goes unconscious and loses all. Poor Hal, man. God damn.
And what's funny is even if he wanted the silvery barbs, he's too far away.
The Joybringer launches that gift at Hal. It explodes and does so much psychic damage that Hal just falls to the ground, unconscious. And
Doesn't sound very intimidated to me.
he was pretty intimidated. He gave you what you
saw
wanted
you
for.
as the primary threat.
Yeah, he gave you what you asked
There
for.
you go. You're welcome, everybody.
Yeah, let me see. Do bump, bump, bump.
Oh,
Oh, bump, bump. Bump, bump. And
Can I be Devil's Advocate?
sure.
Like the cursed gift says that is an area of effect, so does not like actually make the saving throw instead of like being.
Well, he hit him with a critical hit, and the critical hit was a fatal strike.
Alright.
So it killed him before
tried.
damage would even occur. Poor Hal. Cursed forever child, dead twice. He's not having a good
unconscious,
unconscious. Yeah,
mind
yeah.
you.
Yeah, he's not dead yet.
I tried. How?
Alright, well, Valen, it is your turn here. I'll restart the combat.
Alright, well, I suppose we're doing this, and once more he'll draw the rapier with a flourish, that same metallic ringing filling the air as he begins his blade song. Did I click it? Oh, no, there we go. So that'll start going, and then as his action, he's going to go ahead and hang on, let me see what the range of the spell is here. So it is a 40-foot cube at 120 feet. So yeah, easily enough. He is going to go ahead and cast the slow spell on the group of baddies here in front of him. So let me go ahead and do that. Cast spell just easily enough. It's targets of my choosing.
Okay.
So ignore Hal.
Yeah.
So the 3 creatures, Joybringer and the 2 ice guys, are slowed, which has several things it does. Their armor class is lowered by 2, as well as their dexterity saving throws, should they make any. They can't use any reactions, and on their turn they can either use a bonus action or an action. They can't do both. And if they have extra attack, they can only make 1 attack instead of 2 if they have more than 1.
Okay.
Also, spellcasting gets real wonky too if he's a spellcaster.
So I don't have anything for slow. Like, there's not a status effect built into the game, so you'll have to keep track of all that when their turn. Don't mind.
Yeah. We'll
Okay. So they have to make saving throws, though, right?
Yes, wisdom saving throws
So
of DC 16.
This guy is gonna make his. He makes it, so he is not slowed. This guy makes his.
Oh my god.
And is not slowed.
No
Come
way.
on,
Then the
Joybringer.
Joybringer makes his.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No. No fucking
The
way.
spell is just ultimately
Hashtag
ineffective.
bless.
Oh, I'm teased too far. I can't silvery barbs it. That's all right.
Sweet. All right. Well, what it was worth. It was a cool. It was a cool spell.
All right. Well, I don't think my magic's gonna have much effect here, but do what we can. And that'll be. He's gonna go ahead and take a couple steps out this way, kind of separate a little bit,
Okay.
and that'll be his turn.
All right. Jin.
I will shout to Valen and Tara. Can I trust you too, right? To stay behind here? To stay here.
Absolutely.
Alright. So I will use my action to dash, and by dashing, my movement speed increases by a lot. Actually, stay here, and that's it.
All right.
And actually, I will come. Yeah, that's it. That's all.
All right. Hal, we make your first death save
As I-
for me.
As I lay there unconscious, I start seeing flashbacks of my life. I start remembering my real parents, my lion folk parents, back on the Finger Islands, and how we lived very peacefully on those islands. Yes, the first one was
Succeed.
successful.
All right. Tara.
Okay. First and foremost, let's get my dear friend Hal. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Just kidding. Let's do the right
You don't
one.
want to call me that. You want to the idiotic barbarian.
Wrong insult. Hold on. I gotta heal you so you can hear the insult. Okay, we're gonna second level. Get up. That's a lot, but you're left.
All right, Hal.
That is bonus action. With my action, Jinshi, I know I said I would stay back, and I'm going to, but I have to scoot just a little bit closer to help you. 15, 20, 25, 30. That's as far as I'll go. And with my action, I rolled on my spirit tails earlier, and I got the tail of the traveler. Jinji, I'll have to try to remember to tell you the whole story later, but the important part is you're going to gain temporary hit points equal
Okay.
to a roll. Oh, 8. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Max. Oh, plus my bard level, so 8 plus 5, so 13
13.
hit points, temp hit points.
Ooh.
While you have those hit points, your walking speed increases by 10 feet, and you get a +1 bonus to your AC.
That's
And
very nice.
that is absolutely everything that I can do.
All right. The Ice Keep Guardian steps forward. Every step it takes sounds like shattering glass. And walks up to Jin, swings his halberd. Does
Not
not
today.
hit. But you know,
Not
he's gonna
today.
swing it again. Oof. And
Totally
so, because of that, his weapon breaks. It shatters on the ground. It's fisticuffs now.
Nice.
All right. The Joybringer. Hold on. What moves it? This is up. So Joybringer steps forth 1, 2, and goes and looks at Jinshi in that area over there, and he is going to throw his cursed gift at Jinshi.
No, not
Block
at
it.
me.
It hits the ground, explodes, but it happens to miss, so no damage occurred. Lucky
Thank you.
Lucky you. This ice warrior runs up 1, 2, 3, or 3, comes face to face with Hal, sees him wounded, and uses it as an opportunity to strike. He barely hits.
I will intercept.
All right. It's for 6 damage, but you intercept for 7.
Yeah.
Seven.
So I negate all damage.
So-
I will put my sword between the halberd and the house body, and I will
All right.
push it away.
So you do, but as it comes back, he swings again. Hitting Hal again. Can you use an Inception twice, or is it just the one reaction?
No.
Oh.
Seriously, I tried how.
It's gonna smack Hal again with his halberd. 12 damage.
Yeah.
Hal once again heals over. Unconscious.
I tried how.
Can a bonus action be used at any time?
Anytime, I guess, on your turn.
Yeah, just on
Bonus
Just
your
on my
action.
turn.
It's on your turn.
So yeah.
I tried now. I really tried.
All right. A little myth that he expended the last reserve of his mana to cast a usually quite potent spell, only for it to fizzle out. Needs some more training. It is a action or bonus action for you to drink a mana potion.
A bonus action.
Bonus action. He's gonna go ahead and use that bonus action then, and pop one of these mana potions.
All right.
It says healing. It's not gonna heal me, right? It's just
No,
gonna drink my mana?
it's just the equation that it rolls. Yeah, you can roll it, and then you'll have to manually
Okay.
input your mana. I think can't.
Plus,
Heals your mana.
Yep.
it
Yeah.
does say the formula is 1d4 plus 1 plus bonus. I don't know what the bonus is supposed to be. But
So I think it would be your modifier, maybe.
yeah, it doesn't mention what the bonus would be in the. Okay, it's just empty.
Okay.
So 3 mana back to moi. Is it on there? It's not. I have to put some.
Yeah, mana and
4
health are
now.
kind of weird. They're really impossible to make macros for that don't just break everything else.
It's all right. So with that topping him off, he's going to go ahead and do what he can to assist by moving a little bit off more to the side here. And okay, he's going to go ahead and hurl a ray of frost at the Joybringer. If he can maybe he'll come got more feet to get a better angle on him. But he's going to go hurl that ray of frost at him.
All right.
With my Ray of Frost button, which is gone. Hang on. Spellbook. Ray of Frost. Boom. Attack. Normal. 24 to hit. The old
You do. You hit.
Minotaur. Normal. For 11 points of cold damage if he can take cold
So
damage.
you shoot the ray of frost at him, and it smacks the Joybringer, but it bounces in either direction, as the Joybringer is immune.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Does he still take the penalty of the minus 10 feet or no?
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll matter. But,
Yeah, he'll take the penalty, so he'll go. How long does that last for?
it's just for a round. So like after his next turn,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
And that'll be my turn. So I'll pass it.
All right, Jin.
Right, I will attack the Ice Keep Guardians. Veiling, it would be asked too much for you to deal with this Ice Keep Guardians.
To deal with what?
No. I will deal with the Ice Keep Guardians. And I will make it against the one right in front of me. Right here. Let's go. Attack.
You hit.
And damage is right for 11 damage. And my second
11.
attack, my extra attack, for 24.
That hits.
And 12
Alright.
damage. So it was 23 damage.
Yep, so 11 and 12, 23. So you hit him for 23 damage. Slice.
Yes.
You see little fractures pop up all over his body.
And I will stay here. There's nothing like. Yeah,
Alright.
actually here I have temporary Terra, so
Alright,
and
how?
my AC is +1, right?
Yeah, your AC is +1.
Again, Hal is having crazy, like, his life flashing before his eyes. He sees his mother and father on his name day, his 6th name day, celebrating his birthday. When on the horizon and ships he sees pirates sailing towards his home.
Oh.
Did I pass? All right.
All right. Terra.
Okay. This is. I feel like if I heal Hal again, they're just gonna hit him before he can get up.
Yeah, just attack someone else.
Yeah.
If I don't make
Okay.
if I'm desperate on my last save, then try to.
Yeah,
My death
we'll
save.
have to just hold off for just a second.
That's fine.
Let's. If I can get this guy down. I mean, I can't, but I can help. Yeah, we're just gonna go back to insulting how they look because ice sculptures. That's not the vibe.
But isn't it the vibe in a nice?
Nope.
All right.
Against that guy right there, the one that's injured. He met it.
Oof. Yep.
Okay.
Does not hear you.
Well, that's the Joybringer. Is it against?
Oh.
I was going for the Guardian that's already injured.
No, that was for the Guardian, is what I meant.
Oh, okay. It was
Yeah.
labeled as the Joybringer's role.
Oh,
Yeah.
here, let me.
Label is Joybringer, DM.
Calm down, everybody. Okay, he heard you. Okay.
Just making sure.
All right, so he did hear you.
Okay.
Oof.
It's 5 points of psychic.
All right.
And I will. That was an action, so bonus action. I'm going to pop one of the mana potions that I picked up.
How many mana potions do you have, Valen?
I only have one left.
I don't know how to activate it. That's okay. I'll just manually roll. +1, 4. Okay. And then that'll be my turn.
Ooh, okie doke. This Ice Guardian turns and looks at Jinshi. Oh, he has no weapon, so he's gonna make an unarmed attack.
With disadvantage.
What is an unarmed attack? That's with your strength, right? Basically.
Yeah, it's a strength check with proficiency.
Yeah, strength.
So he does. He punches you, and then it's 1d4, right?
It's
no,
just
it is 1
your strength
plus your
modifier.
strength modifier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so my strength modifier is 4. So he punches you for 4.
5. For 5.
Yeah.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
It
It'll
hits-
always be 5.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, he punches the shit out of Jinshi, clucks him right in his jaw. Oh, the Joybringer laughs and giggles, and then back at Jinshi, tosses another cursed gift.
Whoa. Don't this Ice Guardian has disadvantage? His attack roll?
Who?
Because of Terra Vicious Mockery?
This guy, does he? Does Vicious Mockery give him disadvantage on their name?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Oh.
That's exactly what Vicious Mockery does.
Yeah,
Oh.
it sure does.
Well, I guess I can make another roll. See if he punches you. He does not.
It does not.
Jinshi gains his 5 health back.
Because this temporary hit
Alright.
points is very important because it gives me a C.
Yeah. Alright, well, now it's Joybringer's turn, and he's lobbing gifts. Cursed gifts. Hey. Alright, he
Cursed
throws it at
gifts.
Jinshi. It smacks on the
No.
ground and blows up, but does nothing. Oh wait, no, I think, no, you have to make a, sorry, I always forget what I do. Yes, you have to make your saving throw. And then,
Perfect. Dexter saving throw. For me.
Yep.
That has -2.
you can also click
Are you
in the
sure?
chat where it says cursed gift. If you just click saving throws, DC 17, it should
Are you
roll it for
sure
you.
of that? Because no, yeah, but I have -2. Are you sure? That is a.
Well, Hal's already dead, so I don't know if he's taking any more damage.
I have no. No,
But,
he's not. I just wanted to see what I'd roll.
but he takes a failed
Is he
save
dead or
on
unconscious?
his-
He's unconscious.
I'm
He's
unconscious.
But he takes a failed save on his dex on his death saving throws because
So,
Yeah, I was just trying to get that bad roll out of the way.
so dexterity saving throw, you missed it, so that means you're going to take full damage, which I don't
Ooh.
even see what that is. 17 damage. Boom, it explodes.
Alright.
Your head hurts. The psychic damage is too much. Alright,
Yeah,
this
correct.
guardian is going to look at Jinshi as well. and he is gonna take his halberd swing.
No.
Hit the other guy. Hit the other guy.
5 damage self. What was the damage self again?
Just take
One-
full. Wasn't it full damage to the?
Full damage, full damage,
Did
full
we
damage.
take-
I
full
have
damage.
I have it -1 D8
1d4?
HP. So I have it as a D8.
Oh, okay.
So he's gonna take a D8, and he's gonna just miss you completely and nick himself for 2. All right. And these guys are having a hard time.
Oof.
All right. Valen's not quite feeling powerful enough yet to do it again, so he's going to go ahead and use his bonus action to down the last of his mana potions on his person. So go ahead and put that there and see what he gets. Okay, another 4 mana to him. That's not too shabby. It brings him up to 8, which is not too bad. But it does give him enough power, enough juice to look not towards his enemies this time, but instead towards his allies. Seeing how his fellow Analt Elf is taking the brunt of the melee onslaught, he is going to go ahead and grace him with a bit of time magic. In this case, he's going to cast the spell Haste.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I don't know if it's programmed for targeting and whatnot, but I'm gonna go ahead and target him and cast Haste, which costs 6 mana.
All right. What does it say? Gains +2
so-
bonus AC.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't look like it is firing a macro the right way. So Jin, you'll just have to keep in the back of your head that you have +2 AC.
Alright. I will note of this right now.
And before his turn ends, he is going to go ahead and fall back a bit, to make sure he's has enough space to concentrate on his spell without it failing.
All right.
Right. I will make an attack against this Ice Keep Guardian right here. Like feeling empowered by the time magic, swinging his blade like the wind itself. That was poetic. Alright, I will. God damage.
Does not hit.
The second attack.
Oh, but that one
Yes.
does.
Alright.
Oh,
10
man.
damage.
Slice him for 10 damage, and as you do, he just explodes.
Alright. And I will make my third attack from the haste from my in-out brethren against this Ice Keep Guardian right here. Oh boy.
That one does not hit.
And with my bonus action, because I downed a creature to 0 hit points, I will make bonus action.
That one does not.
Yeah, that's what I can do.
All right.
Alright.
Okay, Hal.
Memories flooding his head as he slowly drifts into death. He remembers the screams of his parents. The pirates came ashore. His mother picked him up and they ran and hid. Ugh.
He fails.
Farts.
Terra, I think that this is the right moment to,
Well, he has at least 2
Yeah.
more turns before he's dead.
Well, but if he hits a nat 1, that's auto.
yeah, that's
So,
that
um,
two fails. Yeah.
okay, we'll go plan B. Plan B was to heal Hal.
Okay.
You are on the list, so
Hey, yeah, no. I mean, at least I made the list.
you did make the list. So let's do that. We will not Song of Rest. You gave me mana potions, so I can use them to help you. That's fair. Up we go.
Oof.
There we go. 11 points. Maybe this thing will focus Jinshi because he's up and actively fighting it right now. And then bonus action. Ay.
If you taunt him, can you taunt that guy? Because then
I-
he'll have disadvantage against me if
I
he tries to attack,
certainly can.
Yeah.
That's a
or if
fabulous
he attacks
idea.
Jinshi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we will continue mocking his terrible carving features.
All right.
Who carved you? The 3 blind mice?
Oh, that's a good one. God damn it.
He does not fear adults.
Go for it.
Silvery barbs. No, I'm not wasting the mana for that
No,
on
no,
that one.
no, no,
It's fine.
No, don't.
Okay, that's all.
I can intercept an attack if
The Joybringer gleefully giggles again and throws another cursed gift at Jinshi. Relentless
Caralho,
onslaught.
mas você também tá difícil, hein?
Yeah, you have
No.
advantage. Well, that's an attack roll, right?
That
Yeah,
is an attack roll. I forget how I structured this. So it's you guys have to make. I don't think that there's an attack roll even necessary. I think it's just there.
Yeah,
So,
but well,
you guys
we'll
have to
run
make
attack
your
roll
DC.
against-
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Hal
I
and Jin
don't
will
know.
have to roll their decks.
I have advantage because I am under the haste. -2, man.
So you guys are
Ooh,
both
nice.
going to take full damage.
Oh, it's advantage. Oh, it's...
You guys each take 18.
oh meu Deus.
Ugh.
Oh, not dead.
Dead.
Sorry, bud.
Right, guys, I will leave the Escape Guardian right here, and I will take care of the Joybringer because we can't stand like taking 4d6 each time.
All right.
I was
Well,
hoping you'd land more attacks by now.
it is the Guardian's turn. The Guardian turns to Jin Shi, wounded. Oh man, he's gonna swing.
Oh.
Oh,
Jin for 12.
I have quite a few health potions if you need to rummage through my unconscious body and grab one.
All right.
Yeah, Valen's gonna have to start doing something to his chagrin. Alright, let me take
Right.
a look here.
I will. Alright, it's waiting.
Valen's gonna go ahead and run up and engage in melee now. Oops, he's got 40 feet of movement. He's gonna come stand side by side with Hal. And just for reference, if I wanted to say rummage through where I saw he kept his other mana potions jingling around in some pouch, I assume, would that be an action to do?
No, I'll just let you do it.
Oh, okay. Then if Hal doesn't mind, I would like to snag. I assume I can only take one at a time as far as like grabbing from him. I can't just grab his whole bundle and just.
Yeah.
I only have one
Okay.
mana potion left, so.
Oh, do you? Okay. Well,
But
now is good
I
time as
do have
any.
a slumber. I do have a slumber potion if you wanted to take that and throw it at the Joybringer to put him to sleep for an hour. I also have a potion that shrinks him to tiny size for an hour. I think you just step on him.
Yeah, but he'd still throw packages at us.
Yeah, but they'd be really tiny.
I think you have to ingest it. You guys would have to like force feed it to him. Like eat that
Yeah,
shit.
You have to throw it right in his
honestly,
mouth.
Valen wouldn't know what that potion is you have. I think either he would
That's
recognize
true.
the mana potions though, so he will go ahead and
Alright.
grab that last one if that's all the same.
Whoops!
I already dragged it onto you, I think. Maybe I
I
did.
just threw it in that pile.
I have to go be next to it to.
Here, it's alright.
I
I'll
guess
give
I'll-
it to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I threw it. It
Right.
fell out too far.
There you go. It should be on you now.
Okay, cool. So with that in mind, he'll use his bonus action then to chug it real fast, to get some mana back, much needed mana for another 3. Not terrible. So he's back to 5, as is in case of emergency mana. But knowing these guys are ice, he's gonna do what seemed to work before and use his action to cast Green Flame Blade and give an old flaming thrust at this guy right here. So normal attack.
Nice.
Alright.
Um,
Smack him.
So again, here's the fire damage of the attack. So 3
Nice.
doubled to 6,
So
I assume.
6, yep.
And then he will do the piercing damage, which is this plus 4. So 8
So
points
8.
of piercing damage on top of that.
All right. You hit him, and it hits hard. It hits so hard. It hits so hard, in fact, in just the exact vital spot that this guy melts.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Good.
Nice.
In a moment of. Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right.
Then, yeah, that'll be his turn then, I guess.
All right, Jin.
Right. Well, with my bonus action, I will use my feature. Let me right here. This right here, passing up the Raven Queen. So I will teleport up to 30 feet. So I will come right behind the Joybringer,
All right.
and I will be like melee with him. And until the start of my next turn, I am resistant to all damage.
Sweet.
So, and I will attack him 3 times,
Go, Jen.
at least for now. Next turn will be different. First one,
All 20s. All 20s. Close.
All right.
17. Second one,
That hits as well.
and I think I will, yeah.
That one does not hit.
Alright, so his AC is 16.
2 out of
and
3.
His AC is 7.
So it is 2 attacks that hit. So first one for
10.
10 damage, and second
Alright.
one that I will. Let's just say that it hit, just hit for damage.
All right.
21.
You slice him twice, dealing
He
21
got a lot of fucking
damage.
hit.
He had a lot more, but I had to tone him down because I didn't realize how. I leveled this for 5 and forgot that there was 4, so. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
That's alright. That's
Alright.
alright.
All right. Hal.
Again, Hal, in the throes of death, sees his mother being killed and him dragged onto a ship and thrown into a cage and setting sail towards. Oh,
Oh, man. All
Oh,
right.
boy.
I have health potions in my pouch. Someone get it and just dump it down my throat.
Tara.
Okay, let me ask you about action economy here, real quick.
Okay.
What is it to feed someone a healing potion? Action or bonus action?
I mean, I would probably say it was an action. I wasn't
That's
prepared
what
for
I
you
wanted
guys.
to hear.
It's probably. I don't know. I guess I'll let you guys do it.
Okay,
Action.
25 feet to Hal. Can I do that? Yep, we're just right up there.
Will you give me a, I don't know, dexterity check just to see if you can actually aim it into his mouth appropriately?
Yeah, sure.
Some sort of barrier to entry on that, you know?
Dex. Just a regular old dex check.
All right, you do. You pour it in his mouth.
He's not
Barely-
moving.
Yeah, barely getting in there.
Nope. Especially after he says that, I don't want to be rummaging on his person. So I'm going to use one of my healing potions and dump it down his mouth.
Okay.
Oh, the one that I have. We'll trade later. Let's see. 2d4.
I think in standard D&D, can't you just use an action to get somebody up and they? Is that not
That's,
a thing? Or is that a Baldur's Gate thing?
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's
That's
Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
That's Baldur's Gate 3,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
That's Baldur's Gate.
Maybe I'll implement that, where instead of us doing a dexterity check, if you guys want to use a health potion, it'll just get them up.
Okay.
But we
There's
can do
that.
this for now.
Action. And then 5 mana.
Alright, you healed Hal for 9.
And then I will bonus action just to be safe. I can second level healing word Jinshi.
Thank you, Tara.
I'm doing my best for another 9.
Nice.
Sweet.
Which means
Thank you.
Yes,
which
yes.
means that actually it was 18 hitting because I am resistant to all damages actually.
All right.
And then that will. I'm sorry, that was a long one.
No, it's fine.
I think it's already moved past me. I can't actually end my turn.
Oh, sorry. Here. Is it the Joybringer's turn, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aren't you
after me.
immune to all damage, Jin, right now?
No, I am resistant.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, Joybringer.
But you should still focus your attack on him.
You know what? Yeah, the Joybringer's just gonna look at Jin Shi because he appeared behind his back, and he's going to come and swing at him with his massive Joybringer's great club.
Come.
So win.
And he
Oof,
hits
yeah.
Jin Shi for 15 damage,
15, which is 7 actually.
which is 7. Oh, because of half.
Yeah. I am resistant to all damage.
Sweet. Well, that's what
Nice.
the Joybringer does. All right, Valen.
Sorry, I was talking to my baby. So cute. My turn. Well, the longer this guy is on his feet, the more hurting we're in for. So his ice attack's not going to do much, and he's low on mana. So into the fray he goes, getting the flanking position on this guy. He's going to go ahead and Green Flame Blade, hoping that he is just as weak to fire as his cohorts.
Okay.
Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Alright, just as before, the fire damage coming in for 8 fire damage.
So 8 in total, or
8 is what I rolled, so I don't know if he's vulnerable or not.
he is vulnerable, so you're gonna hit him for
So-
16.
16 fire damage right there, and then for the piercing damage, we've got another 6 points of piercing damage.
All right.
And that will be his turn. Yeah.
All right. Jin Shi.
Right. Jinshi will say to the Joybringer, nothing personal. And well, that was the moment I was expecting this whole campaign, and I hope that I make it count. But with my bonus action, I will use my Fighting Spirit feature, which gives me advantage on all my weapon attacks until the end of this turn. And on the top of that, I gain 5 temporary hit points. So and I will use on top of that my action surge teach, which means that I have 1 extra action, so I have 4 attacks with advantage and 1 attack and 1 extra attack because of Valen's haste. So I have 5 attacks with advantage, and I will use all of them on the Joybringer.
It's gonna
Let's
body this guy.
I hope so.
All right. Attack 1. Does not hit.
That is
Alright.
not at advantage,
That
though.
is
so.
not at advantage.
Oh
This is
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Let's reroll your first one with a ticket.
Alright, glad. Alright. Thank you, Tara. I forgot.
That one hits.
So, normal for 11
So
damage.
you hit him for 11 damage with the first one.
Second one,
Does not hit.
third one.
That one hits.
Alright,
All right.
8.
For
No,
8.
Fourth one.
That one does not hit.
and the last one.
That one hits.
God damn it. 7, 8, and 11, which means
All right.
26 damage.
Sweet. You chop him up 3 out of, what was it, 5 times?
3 out of 5.
It's not bad. 3 out of
3
5.
ain't bad.
All right. How?
Alright, yeah, that's it. Thank you,
Al
Bailey.
uses his action to stand up, and
Alright.
as a bonus action, he eats 10 of the 64 loaves of bread that he has.
You have 64
which,
loaves
according
of bread.
to I do have 64 loaves of bread, which, according to your instructions, 10 food rations must be consumed in order to complete this.
It is true.
So if I eat 10, does that make it a long rest and I get fully healed?
No, because you still have to sleep.
You're the worst. But if I eat 10 of them, then I get to roll 10 1d4s. So I'll just do that.
You have to eat them one at a time, though.
You've done this. Doesn't say that. It says as a bonus action, I can eat this. It doesn't say how many I can eat.
Yes, it does. It says it can choose one bonus action to eat them. If you eat 10, you'd have to have 10 bonus actions.
A freshly baked loaf of bread, often with golden crust and soft, fluffy interior, made from wheat or other grains, it's a staple in many dishes. Restores 1d4 HP when consumed. 10 food rations must be consumed for that. Where does it say that I need to eat one at a time?
It says it right there where it says what action does it take. It says it takes one bonus action.
But it doesn't. That doesn't equate to how many I can eat.
Yeah, it does. You can only eat one per bonus action. So I'll be more specific in
Whatever.
my food.
Then, well, I will consume. Fine. Then I will consume one of the 2 flapjacks I have as a bonus action, which
Alright.
counts as 1d8 or 2d8. Well, 4.
All right.
4 health back
Yum.
to me.
Yummy flapjacks.
And then, yeah, super yummy.
Eating
And
them
then I
one
shout
at a time.
at the Joybringer. Yep. And then I shout at the Joybringer, you hurt my feeling. 2, 5, 6, 7. There we go.
All right. Hal's back in it. He's out of the perpetual down state. All right, Tara.
Okay. I'm going to. Oh, dang! A mana potion is an action.
A mana potion's a bonus.
Oh, okay. It says action. So I'm just I'm gonna.
Oh, you're right. It does.
Okay.
But it's a bonus action.
Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. I'm going to down one real quick with my bonus action and see what I get from that. And that will determine my next move. Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful. Okay. This is stressful. Okay. We're gonna I'm really sad if this fails, but we're gonna try it anyway, because it's the best I have. What is our Joybringer friend scared of? Let's try to throw a Phantasmal Force at him, which is a DC 16 Intelligence saving throw.
All right. Well,
No, it's all or nothing.
man.
No, I'm gonna hold off on my silver barbs. It's fine. That's fine. I tried it. That's my turn.
All right. The Joybringer still locked onto Jin Shi. Swings at him once again with his great club. Aw, Joybringer. What are you doing? Oh my god, Joybringer. What is a 7? Overexertion. You overexert yourself and deplete your stamina, which imposes disadvantage on your. Alright, well.
If there is an extra
Oh, baby.
rating will totally.
Alright.
All right, with his attention still squarely on his brethren, he's gonna go ahead and try to take advantage of the broadside of his back here, and do another
Alright.
green flame blade. 5, 12 to hit. Hit.
No, it does not.
Okay. Well, before I pass my turn, do I have other bonus action things I can do? I don't think so. Oh, I could do that. It might be a little late in the game to do that though. Yeah. How much mana do I got?
5.
I mean, I could. Maybe next turn. All right, that'll be his turn.
Okay. Jin.
All right.
Finish this.
Well, all right. As the spirit of a samurai is unrelenting, he will use his fighting spirit again, and will attack 3 times with advantage. Let's finish this. It was normal, but it was advantage.
Alright.
6 damage. Normal. Second one.
7 damage.
Attack with advantage. 7 damage.
Ooh! 20.
Oof. Roll a d8 for me, Jin.
Right.
8.
I forgot. I always forget how to D8.
Disorient. So your attack disorients the enemy, imposing disadvantage on all attacks made against that enemy until it recovers. The disoriented creature must succeed on a wisdom for. Okay.
For 9 damage, and the last one, I will trust the luck that I will make with GWM. Let's hope that it lands. And of course, the attack that I hit with the GWM does not land. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. So it is 18 damage. 16 damage. And Valen, are you remembering your X attack? Because you are 50 level.
Was that the end of your turn, Jin?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I don't have extra attack yet. I goofed that in the first couple sessions. Blade Singer's get level 6, not 5.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's level 6. It's for martial classes that is on level. Yeah.
All right.
I'm boned for a bit.
Eat his flapjacks.
We were off in this like life or death fight, and there's just this big old injured lion cub eating a flapjack stack.
Right. And then he eats it and he's up to half health and he just screams and goes into a reckless attack 4 and comes crashing down with his great axe.
Does not hit.
Yes. But then he extra attacks. Tries again. Damn it.
Helen also does not hit. Oh boy.
Still a little disoriented, I guess. Damn it.
All right. Terra.
How are we looking, Jen? Are you good?
I'm fine.
You're okay for a minute at least.
Yeah. I'm very okay.
Okay. One more. All right. Okay. One more mana potion. I gotta manually fix that. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. D4. 2, 3. Okay. Let's. Like the music does not match the energy right now.
Yeah, I did.
We're. Oh my god! I'm just. You know what? I haven't done this. I'll fight with the Joybringer. He deserves to be insulted. I'm upset with him. He. You know what? Joybringer. The color scheme. This is not working for me. Red is not your color. Did a wizard curse you, or like did you pick that outfit yourself? And there it is. Of course.
He doesn't hear a word you say. It's funny, man. You guys are
Say it
having
again.
good rolls.
Okay. That's it.
All right, the Joybringer, wounded, does his ominous giggle. He throws a cursed gift directly under,
So
which means I need all 3 of y'all to make a dex.
do you make dexterity saving throw also, right?
Does he make one too?
I don't think so, because it says every enemy creature within range.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Because it's
He
psychic
specified that.
damage. It's
He
not like
specified that,
explosive.
yeah. I have advantage.
Alright, so
Yeah, 13.
okay. And then Valen, you as well.
Yeah, I was seeing if my blade song did anything for me, but it does not.
Yeah, you have
Alright.
you have advantage on dexterity saving throw.
No, blade song
No?
doesn't do anything like that. I have advantage on acrobatics checks, but not.
Nice.
So
yeah.
I have
Yeah.
I have to roll an attack for it. Let me.
I'm playing as a blade singer on my other campaign.
He throws it underneath him for 20 damage. Everybody takes full damage except for Jin or Valen, who takes half.
No, I take full damage, but I think I survived that.
Should I apply the damage myself?
I can do it. You take
Okay.
half.
This is the
Boom.
first time Valen has taken damage all campaign. I do need to make a concentration check, however.
Remember an axe to the knee or to the calf?
That got blocked.
That's
Okay, so Constitution saving throw. How do I do a save? Do I?
Just open up your sheet, go to
Remember
attributes.
that
click on-
you.
What are you doing a
add
constitution
your...
for?
So I'm concentrating on a spell, the haste spell for
Oh.
Jin. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
do I just click on? Okay, I see saving
Yep.
throw. And it should add the bonuses. I will likely not fail. Yeah, I'm 15 and
Alright.
I'm fine. Spell keeps going.
Nice. Thank you.
All right. Well, Valen, it is your turn for being harassed mentally
Go,
by the
Valen.
Joybringer's gift.
All right. Well, yeah, he's gonna just have a bit of a headache now. He's gonna go ahead and keep stabbing.
Go, Valen. I believe you.
stabby, stabby.
Well,
Ooh.
the headache was a little too hard.
Oh no!
You roll a
Oh,
d8
no.
for me, please. Oh, you stumble. Your attack causes you to trip and stumble, which imposes disadvantage on the attack.
Oh, what a shame. The disadvantage on my next attack, which I don't get. So, that's fine. That's my turn.
All right. All right.
Oh no, I guess it's Jin. My bad. Sorry, Jin.
I will believe in the
I mean, I'll
cards
go.
of the cards, and I will use my last fighting spirit, and I will make sure attacks, and God help me that I will land each single one of them. I could, yeah.
Wait, when the Joybringer threw that, shouldn't he have had disadvantage because he was disoriented?
19.
What was he disoriented?
He was forcing a saving throw, not making an attack roll, though.
Oh, I guess.
Alright,
And
the
I
first one
took it,
hits.
and
11 damage.
11 damage.
Oh, he's hurt.
18.
That hits.
10 damage. And the last one. Oh boy, advantage. 12 damage. So 12,
Wow.
10, and 11.
Well, as Jinshi slices up the Joybringer, he falls to one knee, thud, on the ground. As he thuds to the
Yes.
ground, you feel the entire atmosphere kind of shift around you. He clenches his stomach and looks up at you, just mad and angry about him being defeated, and his eyes roll to the back of his head. Dead. Holy smokes, you guys have done it. You've defeated the Joybringer.
Yes.
The
boy.
Joybringer, since he's a boss, he's going to be a little different, and he now an item pile where you guys should be able to go and loot him
I will
if you
look.
click on him.
I would like his great club.
So as you guys defeat the
I have
Joybringer, you hear the
peppermint.
door unlock behind you, and in comes Elmi, Hermie, and Petey. They run up to you,
Oof.
nervous, and they go, "Did you do it? We feel different." And as he pulls off his glove, and he had this like red kind of tattoo looking thing on his arm, and it's slowly starting to like fade away. The elves just start smiling, and they feel so much happiness that the curse is finally gone. And then they stop for a moment, and their skin doesn't burn. For the first time in their lives, these three elves feel pure happiness, without pain.
Oof.
They run up to you guys and start thanking you and hugging you and just embracing you and celebrating. You hear below you, there's all sorts of cheer and screams, and everybody is being lifted of the curse as we speak.
Hal comes over and touches Jinshi's shoulder and says, "I just lit the bag of toys on fire."
You made it right. The mimics.
You hear from inside of the bag that's on fire scream, the mimics just burning in agony inside of the bag.
I can't believe on what I'm saying, but how you did well.
Hermie and Petey and Elmi are like, "Well, what now?" They look at each other and they just go, "The Joybringer's no more. What's to come of Winterfest?" who's going to deliver the presents to the kids? And they just kind of sit, just amongst
Well,
themselves, really understand what
the
to do.
well, the Joybringer was
Okay.
nothing without your work. You can do it. You can take his place.
They look and they say,
Bring
us?
joy.
And they look and go,
Yes.
which one of us?
All of you together as a family that you are. Pity, Hermie, Elmi, you are brothers. You will sure be able to replace the Joybringer. This
They-
time, joy brought from joy, not joy brought from slavery.
They reach down and they start taking off the Joybringer's red robes and they sling it around themselves, but somehow magically it splits in three and the robe forms tightly around
Right.
all three of them. And you see them grow these long white beards and their bellies get all big and fat. And they said, from now on, we will control Winterfest and we will deliver the toys to children like we used to in the old days before the Joybringer was corrupt. We will take the keep and free it from this nasty curse. We will restore Winterfest to what it once was and as always should have been. They thank you guys and ask you if you want to loot the other two Ice Guardians before we leave.
Yes. Yes, we do.
All right.
I saw off the Joybringer's horn.
Okay, you you saw off and take the Joybringer's horn with you, and those are what we get from the Guardian. Who wants it? Who wants it?
Valen will
I'm
do
fine.
the other one.
Well, those are both of them. So, I guess Valen, you can claim the peppermint and the enchanted ice.
I want the peppermint. I will run towards Valen and ask him if what does he want for the peppermint.
He stammers for a second because he was about to say, "You can just have it," but he
you.
realizes that's not a very good barter system. So he'll reply, "What do you have for barter?"
I have a dwarf ingot right here with me.
All right.
You can just have them. Sweets aren't my thing anyway.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
Jinshi's gonna take the peppermint, the enchanted ice.
Yes.
Who wants that? Oh boy.
Valen will keep that.
Valen will keep the enchanted ice, and last but not least, the ice guardian helm. Who wants that?
I mean, Valen, if no one else wants it, Valen will be interested in giving it a magical look over and see if it has anything special to it.
All right, Valen. It is. The elves run up as you guys inspect your gear, thanking you for helping, and they each hand you a
How do you
mint.
lift the curse?
He said the curse is already lifted. Oh, you mean for
Why am I
you?
still cursed?
So
They're like, probably
So
some magical
when-
guy. I don't know.
so when I said that he was this dumb, I was in truth. Actually,
But yeah, they hand each of you a peppermint wrapped in the same wrapper as a peppermint that you guys found sitting on your dresser as
take
you
all of
woke
them.
up this morning.
I take all of them.
Okay, well, Chinchi takes all of them. The
I
elves
take
then
all
turn
those
and
things.
go, thank you so much for your help. If you each eat one of those mints, it will return you back to where you came.
I want all mints, all peppermints, all of them, each single one of them.
So Jinchi eats the mints and leaves, and y'all are trapped in Whitereach.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is the Joybringer club made of peppermint, made of candy?
I don't know if you read the description, it might explain it.
Let me check.
All right. Well, with that, you guys put the peppermints in your mouths, and it
No, it's
tingles your
metal.
tongue, and your whole vision goes white. A feeling of glee washes over. What did Hal just do? Hal didn't do anything.
I was making a wisdom check. I was trying to connect with the castle again to see if it would uncurse me.
So you do, but it does not uncurse. But as you guys eat the peppermint, and the white overtakes you, you find yourselves waking back up in your beds where you left off, back in Moon Harbor. And with that, everybody, that was our holiday one shot. I hope that
Nice.
you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. That was stuff you always do.
I'm left with 2 AP points, but yeah, I'm happy.
Cool. Let me do a little outro real quick and then I'll end the recording. So yeah, thank you guys so much for playing. If you
Thank
guys are
you for having
watching
us, man.
before Christmas, have a wonderful holiday. If you're watching after, I hope your holiday was great, and I hope this inspired to, I don't know, fuck Santa up, something. Who knows? But I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys playing, and we will catch when we return to Talmin Legends